Buankai, and Doctor Jaisa, there was a kind of Ikayamu, my German, Kumwaka, Yabilaga, Yababama, Yabetana, Nelomo, Amana King Kalanda, Musuno Kunda, Musuno Labai, Yabetana, Patia, and then Jaguay, Yabitinalo, Alapapa, Yabala Tusa, Alopamel Bibame, Yabulaga, Yalukelo, Yasipima, Angalela Chaloe, Oya Kayele, Alogina Pila, no la vaya, no
I forgot to say Yakune to people from Grand Kima County when their music was on. But this one say Yatwaye in Central Liberia, right? My Pele family. All right, let's see what we can get our first caller here. All right, we just lost the caller. It dropped. Let me try again to accept your call. Let's look at this beautiful Pele song here, and we'll come back to it because somebody just told me that they clean their house and they dancing to the music. So we're gonna come back to it. Thomas Awaji will come back to that. We're here for, in fact, it will be my first time. We're gonna go for the hours that Facebook normally gave people to go for 4 hours, right? I'm gonna be here for 4 hours. We're all gonna be here for 4 hours. My sister, good morning. And you know, sorry, I won't be able to pronounce your name, and the other people won't be able to pronounce your name because it's in Chinese. So I can say Cha Cha Chua or Chuan Chua Chua. Welcome.
My name is Chatu, or I'm being called you Sojourn. Sojourn.
What's up? How you doing?
Not by a long time, man.
Yeah, I know. Congrats.
Yeah, you are the traditional king today.
We're small. Let me pay this big respect to you because if the other people don't know about me, I know. Let me use this medium, you know, on behalf of all the women, especially on my platforms. You know, we want to say a big congratulations to you. Thank you so much for the hard work, graduation, masters, and everything now. Oh my God, ready to go get back to Mama Liberia. Thank you so much. All the way there in, oh my God, I don't even know, but let me give you the chance. But we want to say on behalf of everybody, we want to say thank you for the hard work, Ma, and thank you for keeping it so real and keep putting the strength there, overcoming all the odds and to achieve a master in a foreign land. And that's small thing. I know you got to go to work, you got to post small thing, send small thing back home, and you got to. Oh my God! Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Well done. Welcome.
Yeah, I see you like the show seem interesting. You were like in a traditional wear, and then like I think about Mama Liberia. Like those people that live in the foreign land, studying the foreign language, you know. It makes me think about Liberia, like especially for me. That's why I grew up with my mother. But the thing is that she lived in the village before and came to Monrovia. But then they settled in Monrovia, and then they didn't even teach us the language. So it's a sad thing, right? Actually, I do understand when she speaks.
Which dialect is that?
My mother's from Grand Bassa County.
Okay, your dad.
And my father from Bami County.
Okay, so you go like then.
But I can't say really because I should live there. I should know how the people think.
Well,
but how can I?
Accordingly, by virtue of our, maybe our cultural, the way we understand.
That's not the place. Actually, I think the child should declare where they want to go.
All right, then. Okay, then you are half. Let me put it away because let me help you. Yeah. let me help you with your identity. You are half Congo, Congo Basa. You are half Congo, Congo,
I'm
Congo.
from Monserrado.
All right, my sister, welcome. It's great. Yeah.
That's what my passport is carrying anyway. Monserrado.
So you don't speak Basa a little bit? You don't understand?
I understand a little bit. I do. I understand,
Okay.
but I can't speak.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand, but I can't
Thank
speak. It's a
God.
sad
Thank
thing.
God. Thank God. At least the level you reach now, the level you reach to a high level and think. I know you still want to go for maybe PhD or so, but they master yet. Let go home for it. You go way in the village of Grand Bassa Kante. You go settle there, and then you start working. We really
But
Bassa.
even though you want me to go back home, but actually, you know, to go back home is good. But think about it. What I'm thinking about right now is that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about something that I can plan well, because going back home, I should be able to give back, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about a program that I want to design with and then work with, because I don't just want to go back and then I cannot like go, because everybody cannot be employed with government. That's why before
Wow.
going to Korea, I worked for government. But I'm thinking about advocating for another program to see
Okay.
what can I learn and go back to Liberia and give back.
Wow. Wow. Okay,
Because
first of all, well, the other people don't know you. Don't go too much here. First of all, the other some people know me and know. Share with us which area you got your master's degree in, all the way there in South Korea.
I studied sociology,
Okay.
and I studied sociology in Korea, the Korean sociology, but it has a little bit like a regional planning,
Okay.
regional sociology, I would call it. We did a little bit of agriculture. You know, sociology is a big field, and we have to study various problems of the society.
Okay.
But actually, I had an interest in climate change, so
Wow.
that's where I would like focus in doing my research.
Wow. So
That's what I did in Korea.
your research acquiring or earning the master degree was strictly focusing on climate change.
Yeah, we did. I did agriculture a little bit, but looking at the social aspect, and then talk economics, and then. But actually, I had my interest. I have my interest is like climate change, because I was more
Wow.
concerned about global warming. Like
Okay.
most countries around the world, they are more concerned about this global warming issue. They are then putting mechanisms in place just in case when these things happen, how they can like manage it well. But I
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
to realize, like for example, I was in Liberia 2018. I saw like the flood around the area or so.
Oh
But
yes.
I
Yeah.
see that there's no like procedure, you know, how do people go about it? Like for example, whether if the government have something prepared, you know, like these things happen, the disasters that will occur, whether if the government has something prepared for the victim. But I come to realize that climate change is a major issue around the world. So the government need to like give some attention to it and see that the put mechanism in place so that they can be able to help their population, like other countries are doing around the world. So what I
Wow.
did was that I like assess the issue of climate change, looking at like economic, the environment, and the social aspect. So what I did was that I used the temperature data. I collected
Okay.
it from RIA. You know, when the
Okay.
plane land in Liberia,
Yeah.
they have the weather report. So I used that information, and then I put it in a software program called MATLAB, and then I run it there. And that program will be able to give you some prediction. Like for example, I was able to predict from now to 2045 what's going to happen. Like, and then I just use
Wow.
the results to discuss climate change. That's what I did.
Wow. Wow. All right.
But it's more of technology anyway.
Before I come to my question, I don't know whether you seen the question of brother there from the USA, Thomas. He wants to know how did you end up in South Korea? What's her story? I am always amazed how Liberians end up in every corner of the world.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay, yeah, I can tell you. Okay, I was in Liberia. The Korea right now, even now, the application is out for people to apply. maybe later on I can share it. You can put it on your page. Maybe people who are interested can do apply.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
advertisement on the internet. You just go to the website, upload the form, fill in the form, submit your application, and they will do the selection. If you are privileged for that process, you will be called and they will contact you directly. Everything there is 100% free. You don't have to give, with the exception of posting the form, you don't have to give anybody anything. Once you do it, it's a fair thing. Once you apply, when you are being privileged, you will get a program. That's how it's like. That's how I got to Korea. It's a program.
Wow.
It's not linked to anybody. You can just go directly. If someone send you the link, you just upload and submit your application, all the requirements and meet up with it. And when you are like, you're lucky one, you're going to be selected. That's how it's like.
Okay.
I think like 2 slots is off for Liberia this year.
Wow. Okay. I mean, sounds good. All right.
Maybe later on I can post it on your page so that those who have interest, they can apply.
All right. Please do that. Are there many, I mean, Liberians, when you're doing your course, did you guys were in good number?
Yeah, because every year. No, but what happens is that when we go there, it's like we don't go to the same university. Everybody apply to different university.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like my university, I was the only Liberian. I was studying there.
Right. Now let me come back before we let you go, because today I intend to just open the mic for people to call in. You can even call back later if you want to just speak what on their mind or so. But let me come back to the issue of climate change. It's a huge issue now, but we're still having leaders, powerful leaders of the world that are still climate change denial as well. Across the world now, this little girl, about 13 years old, from Sweden, started is sit out from class every month, at least once. She leave the class for 1 hour, and she started it since some part of last year, but today it's going global now. Even here in the UK yesterday, about nearly 60 schools children left their classroom for 1 hour, and they were carrying the message about telling the world anyway, especially the leaders, to say climate change is real also. I mean, in the context of your specialization and how you want this to be for Africa, especially Liberia in particular, to benefit. How are you going to who are you going to work with, if just in case, even if you want if to be a consultant in Liberia also, which entity and which area you think you will be educating us how to manage everything, because flooding is a serious thing in there.
Yeah, what I was looking at, like right now, I'm applying for another program. Maybe I'll be privileged for that opportunity. Because actually I'm looking at institution, because I have the mind that through institution I can be able to like bring I can like accomplish my dream. Like for example, in most countries, institutions support people, whether if it's America or Korea or so. So if you like, for example, if I have a good project, because if I have to do a soft project, like I'm going to appeal to the university. Like right now, I'm going to the area of research development. I actually want to know, because this is my next research, I want to know like how do people go about data storage, because we don't have anything. Because when I went to Liberia, it was really difficult. It was really difficult to get certain data. It was really hard for me. So now I want to study about. That's why I'm not ready to come back to Liberia right now, because I'm trying to figure out how can I learn how to store data, like data set, data storage, and how to monitor like climate change events, and how to like to work with this, because if we don't know these things, then because if you come up with new research and do something like that, and actually I will be doing it for Liberia, so I'll be studying other systems to see how to go about doing these things. And then two, maybe it could be like a proposal to the university or whatever institution I intend to explain this to. If they buy the idea, the Korean government or whosoever, if they come in, then because in Liberia, our Ministry of Transport, they have the meteorological department there. We don't have that in Liberia exactly. But I was like recommending, like in my first work, I recommended that it should be established as an autonomous agency, because we have there's my energy have their department, they have that department in there. At the RIA2 they also have, and then at transport. But when I was like looking up for the information, it was very difficult. But I got some information for RIA and I got some for Lens My Energy. But then with Ministry of Transport, I really didn't get the actual information I actually wanted. But the most important information I got was I compared the one from Lensmine and then with RIA. It was a bit similar, so I just used RIA because it was already typed. But I think like yeah, I think with these things we need a proper data storage and we need a research center because these are things I'm advocating for. And they need to actually train people in this area to be able to manage because it's a very difficult thing. No country can develop without research development. So if people are now doing research to store this data, to have the information, even if I happen to initiate this kind of program, but whether I'm there or not, the program should end up continuing. So we need a system that will be introduced that because that's my next project I'm working on. Like, learn a very good system. How do other people go about this? How do they like monitor all these activities? So if you learn all these things, you can be able to introduce that kind of system to Liberia. I think we'll be able to help Liberia also and make a recommendation to the company. So now this is a trend I'm like taking.
Wow. I mean, what we would just want to say in continuation, and of course, a lot of commendations are coming out there for you as well. Congratulating you for your for the hard work and at least reaching to this point. It's a huge investment, and of course, it takes a lot of time. But,
and the government needs to get involved. But the thing is that if we can advocate, like for example, since I own like the Korean program, maybe we can do a proposal to the Korean government or Liberia like this, blah blah. It depends on the kind of research we do and how you express your desire on doing certain things. They can come in, maybe they can come in with equipment, or maybe they can come in with training people, like that. Maybe other people, like for example, we lack technology. And all these things have to do with technology, how to use the software, like what the program explained. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, let the people get a chance more so we can talk to us. People didn't know when to call me. Somebody on a serious program, you're calling the person. All right, that Jatu there all the way there from South Korea. Okay, what's on your mind? Today we will be running the Profile Liberia for up to the hours that Facebook will permit us. So I'm going to be here for a long time, but see that, 3-4 hours we're going to be here. All right, what's on your mind? Lose Jatu there. Okay, she gone finally. Okay, if you want to, you can call. Maybe Jatu will call back later on. But we want to say congratulations to you, young lady, for the hard work. That's a great achievement. Let's hope that people will hunt you right now. I'm talking about government hunting you, hunting somebody like you right now to say we want you, even to just be a consultant. Yes, it's one area we are lacking. Every time we're complaining, oh, the people, how do you call it? The drainages are blocked. There's no, the wind is too heavy. Breaking homes down, flooding is everywhere. It's all bogged down to climate change, and all of us have a part to play. We got to play part. Yeah, we all have responsibility to this planet. That's why I'm enjoying the children now. I mean, yesterday 60 schools. I mean, teenagers. And most of the countries now, I mean, the children are from 13, 14, 15. One person will just say, I'm doing this. It started with 13 years old in Sweden. Today now we've gone to so many countries. Yeah. So the children, they have decided that every month, once every month, they will leave the classroom for 1 hour with their placards, and they will march in that city. So I applaud them. Yesterday, in my city, they came out. I was lucky to have met them when I was on my rounds. And I could see, I mean, children, they are all fighting to save the planet. Asking the people, y'all please help us to save the planet. They have United States President still denying climate change. Okay, let me go to my dashboard again. I don't know who is okay. I think Jatu is trying to come back just before she can wrap up. Let's see whether we can get Jatu back. Go back while we activating her. Okay, Jatu is back.
Yeah, sorry, my phone went off.
All right. But just telling the people, I said the people should get you chance. You sharing something important or let them stop calling you. All right, Jatu. Now I mean where we are now, like what my brother is saying over there, Thomas Awaji, technology is so vital, but at present we are so much behind. You think work like what you do, work like what you intend to do? I mean, can we achieve it in the next 5 years? Because up to now, we don't even have a fiber optic broadband.
Yeah, no, what happened is that the thing is that the people just need to be trained, because if you start to advocate for the kind of program, because you have to, like, the government need to, like, even in their training plan, they have to talk about this, you know, with every government ministry and agency, because now we live in the 21st century. It's a technology world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to advocate for more training. Our people just need to be trained. What make an individual is the training they receive. That's what make you different from other people. If you receive computer training, you're going to perform efficiently. If you receive training, it depends on the field you gain your training. So we're going to advocate for training, especially in the kind of area. Even when I went to Korea before I got to know that climate change is involved with high-tech technology. Because, you know, all the equipment we are using has a link, they are linked to technology. Without technology, you cannot do anything.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you need technology. People just need to be trained. Since the people are coming every year, they are like giving us scholarship to people. Apart from Korea, other countries around the world, they are giving us scholarship to many people, right?
Yeah.
So I think with all this training, by the grace of God, if everybody learn and return to Liberia, I think they're going to make a great impact in the future, because this is not for now, it's for the future.
Yeah, I agree with you, because the issue of technology,
now,
the issue of technologies is vital, because had it not been because of technology today, I don't think we're going to even know that, you know, the plastic that we throw out there in the sea, that it is also affecting the life of those animals that live in the sea. Technology is doing, you know, quite important, vast difference. Anyway, Jatu, we want to say,
for example, now maybe the new project is like, I'm trying to follow up, like, how do they go about, like, for example, I'm in Korea. In Korea, like, you know, they have the recycling company. They have to separate all the dirt, like you do it. You have like the plastic one place, the food one place. And you know the kind of procedure. So like we can start to sensitize our people about these things in the communities, you know, carry some messages over, work with like environmental protection agencies, what kind of messages they should give out to these people. These are all things like when people learn, they go back to Liberia, they need to cooperate with this entity to see how they can get a message over to these people. Because the thing is, like, everybody should be involved. It's not one person thing, it's everybody's business. Right? When it comes to the environment, you get to know that the environment is being like Liberia. We depend on the environment. The resources, they are from the environment. We depend on our environment for our generation, for our income generation. So if that's the case, then how we are like taking this from the environment, we should be careful how we go about it, right? We should think about the sustainable measure in which we can take things from our environment. So all these things, like everybody should be involved, the government, the people, everyone should be involved in the process. So that's why the training aspect is very important. Like our beaches around, people just go on the beach and just do anything. There should be some measures on, you know, how the people should go about doing things. At least to save themselves, not only the government, but themselves, because they will be victims or whatever wrong goes on in the environment.
Right.
Right?
Okay,
so it's like everybody should work together.
Okay, Jatu, we're going to hold you there. And then we can take some more calls. I see a lot of calls coming in. Thank you so much for sharing this. I think we'll have to find a platform. I think we talked this off air already, where you can come. We can talk more. We'll talk more about your area of specialization and how, you know, how it will benefit Liberia and of course Africa in general. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and thanks for the hard work.
Okay, Max. Thanks for the show.
All right, let's see if we can activate our brother there now, Thomas Awaji, so we can have him on as well. But I take this one from Tija Julu. All right, we just lost. Please help us to share the video. Our lines are open now. You can call and let's hear from you. What's on your mind today? Special edition of Profile Liberia. If you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, just the language, that's all. Choose a language carefully, yeah? Or you can talk about it. Let's hear from you. Yeah, Facebook always asking you what's on your mind, and you write it down, right? I'm asking to you today on this platform, what's on your mind? Let me go to my dashboard again and see who is there. All right, guys, I'm taking you way back. Tija Julu there. Okay. Thomas, good morning. How are you doing?
Max, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Good. How's the weather?
Well, the weather's nice. You know, we're getting ready for spring. You know, spring is almost here, so the weather's nice. We're not into the cold. The cold season is almost over. So for us in the south,
we can't wait for us to embrace the spring, and then from there we'll go into summer. That would be great, isn't it? Yeah. It's been terrible this year as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, since this is anything goes Saturday, you know, whatever's on your mind, you know, I just had a
we lost your volume. We can't hear you.
Are you getting me now?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just for me, I just want a few updates. You know, I'm always about updates because you know, we always wondering what's going on at home, what development is going on at home. And, you know, for me, over the last year of the WEA presidency, you know, there's been so many promises. You know, I just want to know what's going on. Number one, I want to know what's going on with Regina. We can never forget about Regina.
You say you want to know what's going on about what? Your volume, Martin, I don't know what's happening.
Regina, the Regina case.
Oh, great. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on with Regina and all the other rape cases that's going on in the country. I want to know what's the update with the murder journalist. The update on the 14th military hospital. I want to know what became of the investigation in the mayor's accident that the mayor had.
Okay. Yeah.
The West Point Rehabilitation Project. I want to know what happened with that. What's going on with the airport? What's the airport project? What's going on with that? Is it open? Is it not open? What's the update on that? What happened with the LEC issue? What happened with all the light posts that people like Siku Kalasko been talking about? I mean, there's so many things. I just want to know what's going on because There's nowhere that you can go to see any kind of update of what's going on in the country. The Ministry of Public Works.
They've got the executive mansion website.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I don't see anything on there. I don't know about you, but I don't see anything. I mean, you know, public work projects. Does public work have a website to show you these projects that's going on, all the development these people are talking about a year later? We have not seen anything. They're talking about building a new redemption hospital in Upper Cornwall, but we don't see anything. You know, and for me, that's what I'm curious about. I just want to see some of the projects that are going on, what's been taking place in the country over the last year. So those are my issues. And, you know, I know you got a lot of people waiting, but those are just some of my issues and if anybody can come and answer some of those questions, you know, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, hang on, don't go yet. Thank you for bringing up the issue of a redemption hospital. I can tell you, you know, there's a friend we're chatting this morning, and I think she went there to visit. Let me find this message so I can read to you guys. She said here. She said here, I was shocked to see with my own eyes the other day at the port. A container of Ebola medical supplies came from China during the time of the deadly disease. The port manager and LPRC allowed it to enter auction, and it was last week APM terminals sent it to NPA. The items were later donated to the Redemption Hospital. Ebola, man, hear the story. This is something that we all were looking and begging around for help. I mean, things full of continuing to fight the Ebola. Not that it's outside the country, it's in your country, and it's at the port. Man, Thomas, man, what wrong with Liberians, man? How many lives have been saved?
6 years later. 6 years later.
How many lives would have been saved, my brother? How many lives, man? What?
It's incredible, man. It's incredible. It's incredible, you know. Like I said, I don't know. You know, like I said, most days I just feel like giving up on Liberia, but it's just, I mean, the stuff that's coming out of the place, it's too amazing. It's like you can't even make this stuff up. It's too amazing to even believe. It's incredible. It's incredible.
You can make it up. You know, at the end of the day, you know, even days now when you begin to ask questions, then somebody want to, you know, tell you that you are not from Liberia, you are this, you are that, and whatsoever. But this is it. This is another way of, you know, I mean, letting your citizens to die. Because this is the period that some of us that don't even have connection, we were begging, going around begging to hospitals and things. In my city here, it took me almost 3 weeks. I was going around begging. I was sending emails until we were able to raise something like almost 2 tons of assorted items, and we sent it to Liberia. Then somebody, I mean, a country gave you a whole container right in the middle of you fighting the disease, and you say you keep it for all these years.
It's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad, you know. And people, you know, when we talk, people try to say, you know, we're angry opposition.
Yeah.
We're not angry. We're not angry. We deserve better. We want better. We deserve better as a people. We deserve better as a country. So when we talk about these things, we're not angry.
No.
We're not enemies of the state. It's because we deserve better. You're in the 21st century. Liberia is like a museum. You go to Liberia, it's like going to a museum. Liberia is still in the 1960s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame. So when we talk about these things, we're not angry. We're not oppositions. We just want better because we deserve better as a people and as a country. Yeah. That's all we want. That's all we want. We all want a better Liberia regardless of who's president. We all want a better Liberia. That's all we want. We're not angry. We just want better because we deserve better.
You know, and there's this issue of you know, this money issue, and then you know, there are a couple of things. All the things that you land up there, honestly, I have them on the list as well. But and sometimes I just I wake up sometime in the morning. I know it happened to you as well. You're wondering as to you used to normally post on a post before you go to bed. You say, "Oh, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and hear different. I want to hear good news or whatever." But that is it. Now, let's talk about this 14 military hospital just before we let you go. You know, I saw some posts on Facebook. I don't really want to compare and contrast that. Some people comparing Ghana, you know, 14 military hospital and Liberia 14 military hospital. You see the buildings, you know, yeah, it's the hospital. I've been there. You think the issue of this 14 military hospital undermine our healthcare sector in Liberia?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think it was necessary. Okay. You could have focused on JFK. You could have even built a wing, a special wing in JFK to cater to the military and things like that. So that separate entity was not necessary. We could have focused on the current condition that we have in the country, but
you know, the funny thing, Thomas, is that, well, we only heard about the 14 military hospital. Up to this present, I've been asking people, with respect to the budget. We don't even know the budget.
no,
We don't even know where the money coming from. So, although we see the building coming up, whatever, yeah. So it's kind of surprising. I don't know whether somebody can tell tomorrow part of the money came from this $16 million or $25 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just wait. Maybe that's another that's another answer they need to give for. Actually, we want to know the budget. We want to also know, you know, where the money came from, or where is it coming from.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask. That's all we want. Just transparency. Just transparency. You know, accountability. You know, talk to the people. Talk to the citizens. These are people who elected you to office. You know, keep the people informed. Let the people know what's going on.
What's going on?
You know, that's all we're asking. We're not asking for too much. We just want transparency and accountability. Look at the compound that people were posting online about George Weah building some complex. What happened to that? Nobody's even talking about it anymore. You know,
right.
These things happen.
Well, the quest for the money took over, so we diverted all our energy asking for the question, and now the questions have been provided, and they say people being arrested. So maybe we'll go back and start asking. But I don't know. Yeah, Thomas.
It's bad. It's bad. It's sad. You know, we just, you know, and the thing is, the majority of the people are so uninformed. You know, when I talk to people in Liberia on a daily basis and I bring up something that's going on in the country, they don't even know about it.
No.
So the people are not even informed of what's going on in the country. You know, they rely on us for information.
Sometimes people call, you know, people, in fact, they do it because they inbox me and asking, oh, man, what's the latest today? You in Liberia, you're asking me about, even the last time, the death of Ines, you know, I messaged somebody. I said, so, you know, how come again somebody died again? He said, who died? This is somebody that actually expect to be on top of news. They are in the government. Yeah, and the person asking me, oh, who died again? I mean, you probably can get plenty news. I said, oh, but this guy. I couldn't believe it. So I don't know where we're heading. Lack of information. There's nowhere people can go and get information. People who got the information, they don't want to give it, but rather they come and start attacking others who are actually providing the information. Okay, the work of Ministry of Information is not to. I mean, the work for the Ministry of Information is not only to, you know, be a propaganda machine for the government. No, for the president. It's not. You are there for the people. You're between the government and the people.
All right.
So everything.
That's why
Yeah, what happened in Soniwa? You're supposed to tell the people that this is what happened in Soniwa. When there's no medication at Soniwa clinic, Ministry of Information is tell this is we've been there, we saw it there, whatsoever. But even there, we've been challenging them. One of them, I mean, it kind of weekend here. Even if you're a senator or you represent or so, they kind of weekend here. Take your time and just go to your community, visit those healthcare centers. Those mean ones are there.
Absolutely.
You know, meet with the people. Yeah, find out what's happening. Meet with the patients that are there. I mean, if you hear the story that a patient will tell you, oh, they brought me here last night, but they gave a list of medication for my parents, and my parents had gone to get it and whatsoever. I mean, when they hear this kind of a story, I think they will do something, but they don't care. Or maybe they don't want to go and hear it because it will somehow maybe embarrass them. They're not doing anything. So
that's your job. That's your job. That's why the people elected you. That's your job. On a Saturday, if you don't have official government business to do in the office, you go in the community that elected you. Talk to the people, see what the people problems are and how you can address their problems. That's your job function. That's not doing anything extra. That's doing your job.
It is annoying.
Why is that so
very annoying. Very, very annoying. So, okay, Tom, let's hold you there. Thank you so much, and thanks. We appreciate your contribution. Let's continue to talk. Maybe one of these days, something will happen positively.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Let's go and ask. This week cassava leaf. Oh, great for you. It's not good enough for go alone. All right, what's on your mind? Facebook always asking you as well, right? And you write something. But today we're talking about your thought. Call in. Okay, let me go to the dashboard now and see who is there again. All right, just to let you know, Jatu just posted a link. Just in case if you want to share this link to your brothers and sisters wherever they are in the world, you can share the link. That's the link there for the scholarship. Thank you so much, Jatu. So please take note of that link there. Is a scholarship link to go to South Korea, whatever field you want to undertake, whether it's the BSc or on the master level. I don't know, but check the link. Perhaps you can pick the chance. Never, if worth trying, try it. Some of them never thought that we're gonna be the place where we are. All right, go for Amos, and from there we'll go back and get Noah. Where we can get Amos. Okay, Amos is here with us. If you take it from me today, somebody will take it from you tomorrow. Great music there. You know the music in way, but I don't know what I was born. I don't know. But right now it's like the music is actually telling the true story. Yeah. Okay, let me go to Amos. Amos, good morning. How are you?
How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, good. Not too bad. Too many. I mean, you heard the compound complex problems that our brother Thomas was just outlining here. He asking a lot of questions and naming no areas and things. And mommy, I don't even know where the answer coming from. What's your take?
I have my own laundry list.
Okay.
Look, before I come up with
what?
Some of my
concerns. How you feeling now? Anyway, you okay? You feeling much better?
Much better. Yeah, much better.
Good. Thank God.
We even say we got to be talking about Liberia, so that will tell you how important Liberia is to some of us. Even on our dying bed, we still continue to talk. But no, I got a whole lot of concern, Mike. One of the things, my concern, one of the issues is the State Department report. I don't know you read it. The State Department report on the Malaria Union, that is Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea and Ivory Coast. Then the next one.
Read that, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's for human rights abuse.
Go on.
It's for human rights abuse in Liberia under the George Weah government.
Whoa.
And yeah, and the audit report of the $25 million committee that was set up by President Weah, the auditing bureau. Then the recruitment of young men in Liberia, the last one, that video came from the beach. And the IMF report on Liberia about the economic forecast of Liberia. And then we talk about corruption. What happened to the case that involved the housing authority? Because I learned that the people, the managing director and others, they could not find some of those people who were accused.
Yeah, they say people run away.
Yeah. And that is the government that want to fight corruption. And one of we are cousin is involved. And Thomas spoke about the public works. Why public works is not making available of all the contractors that they giving the contractor in Liberia, the local contractors. Those things should be available to tell the Liberian people that what contract going to foreigner and what contract going to Liberian people, the local contractors who are Liberians. Those things should be posted on public websites to see who are these people that are getting the contracts and what are their connections. Okay, we're not seeing those things.
Mm-hmm.
So these are areas some are gravely concerned about, because when you talk about Liberianization, Liberia should be fully participant of these kind of works, the contract. They should not be spectators. But what someone observed, the major contract go to the Lebanese guys. And you pushing, you sidelining Liberians. But yet, but you're telling us that things were not better in the past, you were coming to fix it. But it's like you're doing more than what was happening in the past. So we want to see public works with the list of contractors, local contractors who are Liberians and Lebanese contractors. Let public works make those lists available on their website if they do have one. So we can know those Liberians who are benefiting from there and the job they are doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in the absence of this, how do we know that these contracts are being lawfully awarded to people who won the bid? And what are these bids? Let the bid be out there so we can see.
Yeah.
All these things, when we come to talk, they say that we are against the government. We are not against the government. We just want to build the government to build a system that tomorrow everybody can follow. Because they thought that what was happening in the past wasn't right. So now they came to correct it. And if you came to correct it, then of course we got to put a check on you. We cannot continue to give you blank check to tell what you're doing. We want to see those things. And let me go to the IMF report, Mac. Last year group, they say, well, 4.7%. This year forecast is that will be 0.4. So it tells you that the economic situation in Liberia is bleak.
It is.
Because from 4.7 to 4.0, that means the economic growth for Liberia will be less than 0.5%. And some of the very things that some of us we started to express last year, Mac, on your show. If people go there, they will see these things. Some of us were recommending that the government was spending too much money. And someone said that the government should put her house in physical order. And what is the physical order we're talking about? It's expenditure. Government spending too much money on salaries. Why would you hire so many people, 6-7% in one office doing one job? It will not work. The payroll, you have overloaded the payroll, and there's no money. Your revenue has dropped considerably. So what do we need to do? Now, I am recommending these things. The question now, are they going to implement these recommendations? Are they going to cut down government employees? Are they going to cut down the traveling? Are they going to cut down buying luxury cars? So where are they going to cut from? But the downplay this report, they say that the IMF is not serious. That's not, they are coming to say, oh, you should not listen to these people. But here's the point. These recommendations, if you don't do it, where are you going to get money from? Because when you go back, they'll say, hey, we suggested to you, and you are not met up with these requirements, so we cannot borrow you this money.
No.
Because
Definitely.
and other people will tell you to borrow you money, they'll say, you don't have the capacity to pay. Because you owe us money. You cannot meet up with your revenue requirement. So how can you pay? And like if you credit me $5 and you know I'm not working, what is the possibility of me paying back the $5? And you know I'm not working. So there's no source of income. But many of our brothers and sisters don't understand these dynamics. They tell you, say, oh, you people, don't just follow anything people say. But before someone borrow you money, they will have to know what is your capacity to pay that money back. So it's the same thing with government. When people borrow you money, before they borrow you money, they got to know the government will be capable of paying this money back. But with this report, it will be very hard for any substantial development to go on in Liberia. You can get 20 million now, you can get 10 million now, but what that will do for you? Your salary, your payroll is not current. So it's like what they say, you dig hole, cover hole. So you take the 10 million, 20 million out from here, you pay 2 months salary. Then you're waiting for someone to give another 10 million and then you put it there. It will not sustain you.
No.
So these are things that we, some are telling the government, you have to turn around. You have to make the hard changes. You say you cut down cabinet minister's salary. Okay. But where did that money go? To what development project? Did they go to hospital? Did they go to agriculture? Where you have a serious problem, which is agriculture, because you spend more money on agriculture. Why? Importing food. So if you cut that salary, did you put it towards that project? No. So what is the need? What is the benefit? Are you doing it?
Yep.
These are serious issues need to be addressed by the Liberia government. The other issue is the audit. The $25 million person, we have said he ordered the auditing bureau or whatever to conduct an audit. But there's a legal implication because the tenure of that department head is over. So if you are giving order for them to conduct an audit, who is the head of that department? If you conduct an audit, it goes to court, support a lawyer challenge it that, hey, this got no director general. Because the tenure of this department head is over. Then Front Page reported that they had not even received a letter, a formal communication from the Minister of Justice to authorize the audit to go ahead. You know, Liberia, we have reached a point that when people are making impulsive decisions, it will haunt us tomorrow.
It will. It will.
The report that came out said there were discrepancies. How the $16 billion was handled.
Yeah.
It will honor certain leadership. These people would have been called in to conduct an investigation, but you already arrest immediately to lock them up. Now, your Minister of Finance, under his watch, and he's on recording, said that he took the $25 million to Westman and Yonkru Town. And the local report stated that there was no receipt beside the Union Forest Bureau that they allegedly gave $5,000 and made it to $162,000 or something. So where is the rest of the money? And now, if you want to be transparent, why did you arrest somebody based on that same report, just how you did Salif and Wixton? That's why, Mike, the last time I told you that I was waiting, I said, because this is like witch hunting, going after Congo people and leaving your own country people out. Because that report is just similar to what Cross said. So if you went ahead to arrest Sally Weeks, a Walker, then of course, Samuel Tuet and his 6-man team should have been arrested, along with Nathaniel Patrick. But you didn't do it. Now you're telling us, after a few days, you say sick issue, Sally were released. But this is the disparity. If a poor man, one Yagbawe is sick, has committed crime, is assault beach, normally they will give them security to go to jail to see the doctor.
Oh yeah.
And bring them back. Or if there will be a bit there, there will be security posted at the hospital, but I don't know, make sure he get his treatment when he's well, he go by the person. But because it was Sally or Weeks, they didn't apply that measure. They took them out. Now these are the things, these are the ills that in Liberia or in our society that will always come back to cause confusion in the country. Because the justice system is not transparent to the common people. These are the issues concerning us. And the last one, let me just touch on them, maybe I might come back. The recruitment of the boys as malicious. Let me tell the Liberian people.
Why they say they apply for private security?
Okay, yeah, Mike. This man say he brought people into the country to do business. Now look at the Liberian law. There's nowhere they gave any provision for any foreigner to come and conduct security services in Liberia. Nowhere. Security service should be run by Liberian only. But yeah, why again? This is the thing they said. If this is a private security, why you want to use the Liberian National Police Academy?
Yeah.
The Liberian National Police Academy is there to train only national security personnel, police, not private security. These are things should be alarming to the Liberian people, because these people, I believe, they will be used as malicious to witch hunt people like us who are speaking the truth, not against the government, but speaking the truth, and they will tell us to be enemy. They are already telling us to be enemy of the state, but to wish to hunt us or to go after our relatives.
Yeah.
There's nowhere in the world or in Liberia, all my life in Liberia, never saw a private security using the Liberian National Police as a training a camp. No. These people should be at the private premises of those security firms, those who want to recruit them, they should do it. When Brandon Samoga had a security firm, he never used the barrack to train his private security. They got it off a road between Broad Street and Johnson Street, that's where they do the recruitment. But these people not telling us that they are working with the government to use government facilities to train militia. And you say you want to provide security for local citizens? In what form and what state? Look, these are things, Mike, we have to be very critical. And it just came the time when Nathaniel Mangil said that he met with, I think, 25 generals, ex-generals, the last time. So what is going on? The Ministry of Information must come out to tell the Liberian people what is actually going on. Because here is the State Department accusing Liberia of human rights abuse, killing and brutalizing people. On 1 year, the State Department has come up with a report. Let it go and read it. It's all on the internet. Accusing the Georgia government.
Okay.
Of human rights abuse.
All right. Okay,
So
thank you.
Yeah, let me get out of the town.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go to. Okay, let's welcome Morris King right now. I'll go back to get more calls from you. Welcome, Tanya. All right, let's see who is on the dashboard. Please call in. Let's hear from you. What's on your mind about Liberia? My understanding is that the president do, and some of the government officials do follow my shows as well. So it's great. Whether they watch it live or so thereafter, but I know definitely they follow the show. Let me say good morning to you, good afternoon to you as well. Former VP of Liberia, extensively follow the show as well. And we say, may your soul rest in peace. Falling. Senator of Maserati County, Geraldine Dole Sharif, been laid to rest today. May your soul rest in peace. Life, perpetual chance upon you. And all the faithful departures of Liberia. Oh, sorry, all family people. Liberia again. Okay, let's go to the dashboard now and see who is there. Alright, let's see what we can get. Noah. Let's go back and see. Alright, Noah is not ready yet. Let's see who is going to be ready. Okay, place your call. Let's hear from you. What's on your mind? Anything that you want to share with us? The link that our sister shared there is about scholarship in South Korea. Let me put it that way, South Korea. So follow that link or share that link as well. Let me go back and see whether the Noah is back. Alright, for some reason I don't know what happened today with Noah. Alright, try again. Let's see. I don't know what happened. Noah, get out of the live show and then come back on. Let's see, got something going on right here. Keep okaying you, but then it keeps still dropping on. So get out of it and then you come back on again. You come back on again, or just restart your handset. What's on your mind? Let me share this story with you from ECOWAS. Let me share this one with you quickly, just before we take another call. Alright, let me share this with you from ECOWAS. It says here from credit to the News Public Trust. I need to change my eyesight. One of them for reading and the other one for distance and short distance and thing. All right, let's see here. High-level ECOWAS court mission arrives in Monrovia Saturday. They just came today. It says here, a high-level delegation of the ECOWAS Court of Justice, led by the president of the court, Honorable Justice Edward Asante, is due to arrive in the Liberian capital, Monrovia, Liberia, Saturday, 16 March 2019. According to the press release, this is the second leg of the court's regional outreach program that was launched in neighboring Sierra Leone on 7 March 2019. The week-long campaign in Liberia will enable the court to engage with all its critical stakeholders, mainly judges, lawyers,
students, government officials, representatives of civil society organizations, women organizations, and market women. The court already undertakes sensitization campaigns as well as radio and TV programs in 4 member states each year, which enables it to acquaint citizens of the mandate, jurisdiction, and practice and procedures of the court, as well as the process for filing cases. It also undertakes external court sessions through which it not only enhances visibility for the court but also brings justice closer to the citizens, particularly for indigent citizens. While in the country, the delegation, which also includes judges and staff of the registry, research, and documentation department of the court, will undertake a sensitization campaign, town hall, and judicial dialogue with the country's judges to engage them in order to improve synergy in delivering justice in the 2 jurisdictions. The sensitization component will be attended by members of the courts or of the country's bar association, officials of the immigration. Okay, somebody trying to call, but I wanted to finish with this first. Okay, let's go back and see what what. Okay, that is what I wanted to see. Oh, say no again. I think something happening now, so we can bring Noah on. Okay, the sensitization component will be attended by members of the country's bar association, officials of the immigration, customs, and police services. Oh, he dropped again. I don't know why. Oh, it's a connection failed. I don't know from your end. It's a connection failed, brother. Okay, let's continue with the story. Component will be attended by members of the country's bar association, officials of the immigration, customs, and police services, journalists, representatives of civil society organizations, academics, including deans of the faculties of law, ECOWAS National Office, ambassadors of ECOWAS member states, students, women group, and officials from the Ministry of Justice. These groups will be joined by market women for the town hall meeting, while the special forum for lawyers and law students will bring together lawyers in both public and private sector, private practice, deans of the law schools, law lecturers, and law students from universities and law schools. This is the second leg of our outreach by the court, which has been made more expansive in response to the demands from the stakeholders for a more visible court, and in the case of Liberia, help mitigate the disappointment of a 2017 campaign for that country that suffered an abrupt cancellation for reasons outside the control of the court, Honorable Justice Asante said. Moreover, the president said the campaign will also enable the court respond to a request for such a campaign by the Monrovia-based ECOWAS Women Organization on increasing access to the court in response to the myriad of human rights issues in the country, including gender-based violence, early and forced marriages, and extrajudicial killings. He said that the campaign, the third of which has been shouldered for Cape Verde in June 2019, is evidence of the court's determination to reinforce its engagement with the citizens in line with the region's Vision 2020 for a citizen-driven community. And finally, including included in the campaign is an advocacy component involving visits of government officials of the host member state, which will provide an opportunity to discuss the role of the court in promoting regional peace and security through the exercise of its human rights mandate and the challenges mitigating against its effectiveness. So our people, the ECOWAS code is in Liberia today. Let's go back on the dashboard and see whether Mr. Nawar, we can get him. Okay, welcome back. Did something happen? Let's hope that we're going to have him. Okay, let's take a short musical break. Go to Bomikante again. Okay, we. All right, let's stop the music. Let's go to our brother Nawar. Mr. Nawar, welcome. How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Very well, thanks.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed your weekend as well.
Yeah, thanks to God.
Yeah, what's your take, man? I just read this thing. ECOWAS court is in town as well, and they've outlined all the people, stakeholders they will be meeting, and just to make them aware that there's a court which is known as ECOWAS court, and to educate them as to what you can take to ECOWAS court and how you can take court proceedings to ECOWAS code and things. So what do you think of it? I think it's in good faith, isn't it?
Yeah, this is in good faith. These are the kind of ideas that our founding leaders have pushed for, and we have had a lot of challenges implementing them. So it's not only the code, I'm really happy the kind of discussions that are ongoing now in Africa, where we are thinking of having one single currency, one banking system, open borders with one single passport. And so if the court is strengthening itself, it's like it is preparing for this kind of challenge in the future. So that's a very welcoming message. And it's also an opportunity for citizens where the government is not able to meet to their obligation in terms of providing legal opportunities to people.
Yeah.
It's another stage that people can now try to find justice. So it's welcoming.
Yeah.
And we have to encourage our people that everybody will have to give this court an opportunity. If you have the chance, please go there, listen to it, ask questions. Yeah. I wish I had the means to attend this kind of event.
I tell you, even me, man.
I am taking the issue of the Malaysia. I am really taking it very serious. I heard you talking about people telling us that we are not Liberians. When you want to pursue certain things, they tell you are not Liberian. We don't have to worry about that. Some of us will have better stake in Liberia than those who claim to be Liberians, that who continue to tell us that we are not Liberians. And we feel that we will lose so much at the end of the day. So we will never give up. We'll just have to keep pushing for it. But on the issue of, I listened to a couple of our colleagues with their contribution.
Yeah.
And I said something that this is not about this government or past government. Brother, Liberia needs an overhaul. We have a country, like one of the callers was saying, that Liberia is still in the 1960s. That will even be too much for us. Because 1960 Liberia was better than what we have now. 1960 Liberia was better than what we have now, because 1960 Liberia, our leaders could go to the UN, and when they speak, people will listen. 1960 Liberia, our economy was highly respected. We were like exporting enough iron ore and rubber, and people could respect us. Now we have 0.0 growth. So 1960 Liberia is better than us today. But brother, we need for me, what I am saying, for the young people of Liberia, or for well-wishers, or for those of us who feel that Liberia is the only place that we have to fight for, that we need to defend, we need to start gathering ourselves. Like I see people talking about elections, but this goes beyond elections. We have to start asking ourselves critical questions. Why are the failures? Why are these failures continuing to destroy the country?
Yeah.
What is the problem? I had one of the callers talking about the issue of the Congos, or whatever will you call them. Whether they created all these problems for us today. You know, the founding of Freetown. The slaves that we are brought by the British, they created a city called Freetown. They never created a country.
Mm-hmm.
The slaves that we are brought by America, instead of them creating Mosurado, they created a country. And because they wanted to create a country, they neglected the natives. I have asked questions which I have not been able to get answers, brother, and we need to start investigating these issues. When the negotiation was being done for the creation of the Commonwealth, when the hinterland wanted to be part of what is called Liberia, where are those documents? What were the discussion and what were the agreements? You won't tell me, brother, that Tambatelo will accept to be part of an agreement that there were not certain discussions that were placed on the table which must have consisted the rights and obligations of each of the members that we are on this table. We need to ask these critical questions. Why are this information hidden? Where are they? Why are they hidden? Because this is an information I have asked people even in joke, and you cannot find it. Because you cannot tell me that a paramount chief from Swakoko, or Madame Swakoko will accept to be part of Liberia, that she has got no demands on the table. There were demands. Where are these documents? We need them. Because if we do not go to the basics, we are not going to build a country. We need to go to the basics. For George Weah and his government, they came into it and then they just mess up themselves. For me, I even feel sorry for them. Because they came into power without understanding the entire game, and they start dancing to the tune, and now they have engulfed themselves in such a way that they don't even know where to start. Because you are talking about people who have never worked before, who are running government. A good number of them. You know, there was this joke during the hearings when the confirmations we are going, when one of the ladies was asked, they said, what is fiscal policy? They say, Jesus. The reason is, she has never worked before. She does not know it. So imagine bringing such a person to come and talk about fiscal policy. They are not going to get the result for us. So let's forget about it. I tell people, these people won their elections democratically for the next 6 years. Let's give them their right. Next elections, we can decide what to do. What we need to do now as a country, as Liberians, every single Liberian, is to sit on the table and start asking critical questions. And these critical questions are supposed to be picked up by political parties.
Yeah.
That Liberia does not need road. Liberia does not need buildings. Liberia needs the basic. Let's go to the basic, brother. Let's start from the basic. Road will come, food will come, agriculture will come. But there are basics that have not been answered. What is the role of the church in the running of the state of Liberia? What is their role? We need to know. Let it be open. It should not be things like secret. You have one thing on paper, brother. When I was working in Liberia, we did what we call the political economy. The political economy of the lands of the natural resource sector.
Okay.
Brother, it was telling some of the findings that I came across. Let me tell you one thing. When Firestone came, the agreement, the initial discussion was Firestone was supposed to have built the free port of Monrovia. After the agreement was signed, something turned around Instead of Firestone building the free port, Firestone loan money to the government to build the free port. You can understand now what it means. A company that has come to work in your country is now loaning you money to do something. So now you become indebted to the company. So you have no voice over the company. It's the company that has voice over you. These are some of the basics we're supposed to be asking critical questions about. There is a place, there is a town in Grand Cape Mount called Kinjo. And there is this gold mining that is going on in Kinjo. Brother, if you see the document, they call it RAP, Resettlement Action Plan. The Resettlement Action Plan that was developed is so nice, brother. When you see it, you will like it. To implement this Resettlement Action Plan, it became a problem. These are some of the basics we're supposed to be asking. And if, like I told you, I continue to talk about our lawyers. They know the problem, they understand it. If there were class actions in Liberia, we had 4 or 5 lawyers could come together to support communities to win 2, 3, 4, 5 cases against the government and against companies in Liberia. It will change the narrative. It will obviously help to change the narrative. So for me, instead of us talking about all these big things that we talk about, how we want to make Liberia, what we want to make it by 2030 or by 2050, these are questions we cannot answer now. Countries that are supposed to be discussing those things are countries like Nigeria, countries like Kenya or Rwanda. Yeah, ours, we have to go to the basic. If we want to build a state that represents the voices, the general concern of the citizens, that is in the interest of the country, we have to go to the basic. And the basic is nothing but asking some simple critical questions. The founding of Liberia, how it came about, what were the flaws, how can we correct those flaws? Like last night we are talking about the plenty holidays. All those holidays are not in the interest of Liberia. They are in the interest of a certain group of individuals. They are in the interest of certain group of individuals.
Certainly.
We need to go to the basic. Let's go back to the basic. Let's ask simple questions like, how can we make Liberia to reflect every Liberian? So it doesn't matter whether you are Congo, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian, whether you are Loma, whether you are Pele. How can we make Liberia a country that represents this whole group? And if you take this pathway, I tell you, even the pictures you see on our currency will change. I am very sure that even the name Liberia will change. And we have the constitution we are using is an interesting constitution. A constitution that was developed by a military officer is being used as a constitution to sustain democracy. Have you ever reflected on that? That our constitution was developed by a military officer, and that is the constitution we want to use to democratize the country. It's not possible. It's never going to happen. It will never answer the basic questions. That was a military guy. He sat down in this military uniform and told these old men, Bien Kesselis and some other guys, they say, go and just write something, you bring it, let me review it. He reviewed it to his taste and signed it into law with a military mentality. It cannot represent a democracy. It's not possible. So there are these basic questions we need to ask ourselves. We need to go back to that basic, so that we can build a country that reflects every single individual. Liberia is not for an individual alone. It's for a whole group of individuals. I have my brother talking about Congos we are put in prison. Who told you that Congos we are put in prison? Is made with Congo? Is Salif a Congo? Is Salif a Congo? Do you know Salif to be a Congo? His father was a Mandingo. Why call him a Congo?
Well,
because the mother,
the white people refer to her, isn't it? And she accepted.
Well, sometimes you can say Chigola anyway. She always says Chigola.
Yeah. Of course. So let's ask ourselves these basic questions, this simple question. For me, I really feel that the law school, the University of Liberia, is not time to, I don't know how you call it. It's not time to go out revolting or with placards. No. This time, if there is any good political party in Liberia, let them go in-house, sit down, and start to study Liberia like a subject. Study Liberia like a subject. Take it piece by piece, right? The Constitution, what is the problem? You put it one side. You analyze it. You understand it. When it comes to national unification, uniting Liberians, what are the issues? What is the problem? Who is the problem? If you are very open and transparent with these simple, basic things, to build Liberia, you know it's just a city. It's just like Singapore. It's just like Singapore. It will not take you 5 years to build Liberia. To produce food for Liberia, is 200. If you have 300 million, you can produce food for Liberia throughout. Because our consumption is around 200 million. So if you have an investment that is worth 300 million, you can open a farm that produces enough food for Liberia. That's not a big problem. But you will never produce food for Liberia if you do not solve this basic problem. Because when you want to open a farm, the first question that will come, who will benefit from this farm? The next question is, Congo people will go together and say, when you open this native people arbor, they will rise against us. Because Congo people feel that they are Congo people. Native people feel that they are native people. If you go to Maryland, now all the Southeasterners are together. They don't feel that they are Liberians. They feel that they are Southeasterners. Now they even call the president their son. So when you want to talk about the president, they say, you want to kill our son. You see how they consider it. They are not seeing him as president of Liberia, but rather a son to a certain group of individuals. We have to solve these basic questions. If they are not answered, brother, we cannot do anything in Liberia. There is no leader that will come that will help us. We will continue to cry. The school system will continue to suffer. Because after the war, there was this arrangement by the UNDP. They call it county development plans, county development
they used to
agendas.
Like and then they used to provide a fund known as County Development Fund.
Brother, if you read that document, you will admire it. That document broke down every county step by step, how it will develop from step 1 to step D. You don't even need any other development planning in Liberia for whatsoever. That document is complete. Why that document is not being used? Because nobody wants to achieve it. Using it means you are going to take all Liberians out of poverty within a day. And Congo people will not be happy for you to take these native guys out of poverty. For what reason? So that they can start challenging us? If you listen to some of take your time, you will see through the TRC report.
Yeah.
If you listen to the quotations from the former president about native people, you will cry. The expressions that we are quoted, if you listen to them, you will know that Liberia will not develop if we do not solve this basic problem. And until we can solve this basic problem, Liberia will not go anywhere. We will just be crying all day. Hey, Jowia is not our problem. Ellen is not just our problem. They only contributed their own. You know, when you meet a problem and then you add your own. You meet a problem, you add your own. You meet a problem, you add your own.
Compound, complex problem.
Exactly. Let's go to the basic. For me, I thought if I were George Weah, why talk about military hospital? Why talk about building the road to go to Maryland? You have red light that is still dirty. Why can't you clean red light first and use that one as a sample of your innovation? And then other people will say, yeah, this guy, I think he means good. Yeah, if he can build red light like this and he has a market for his people, if you give him any money, he will make good use of it. He left that, he said he is going to build a road.
You brought up a red light. Let me come in. Yeah. Way back when we were growing up on Front Street there, Front Street between McLean and Front Street, going down the other side there.
Yeah.
I mean, what is there now was never there. And even down water side, again, we go straight down McLean Street, where you going straight to to Happy Corner area there. Those buildings were not there those days. I mean, everybody used to be selling us out also. But I mean, a couple of years ago now, I mean, they erected, they put buildings there, and people are now renting those buildings and having their stores and having their markets over there. Now, the area you're talking about, red light, would have done similar, expand the road and put structures there for people to go in the building and be selling. And then you expand the road that it will be free, because that place, like you said it last time, is an international hub, because almost like international hub, let's put it that way. But businesses coming from different part of the world. Extension of roads from Bumi, Cape Mount, they're coming in town. Some of them will stop to how do you call they will stop at Cross around Douala area, and they do their business there. All the other people coming from the other side, they're coming to red light. People coming from water side now coming to red light, coming to bar market and go sell, coming from different places. So, but I think I agree with you, but I think we boil down to lack of innovation. Yeah, and the technical know-how. You don't have to be highly educated to know about simple logic. No. You don't have to. I mean, thank God that when people told him that he wasn't educated, thank God he said he went back to university and he got masters. But I mean, what are we seeing the use of the master? That masters, I mean, degree by our president? I don't know whether we are seeing the use of it. So it's pathetic. Let me be very, very frank. It's unfortunate. Like I think Sebastian just said here that let me see Sebastian. He said no strong strong private sector will always lead to weak governance. So that we have definitely all the nations there, no matter where they, even where I am, these people, the government here, they depend solely, hugely on private sectors, because bulk of the money coming from there. Yeah, these people pay money.
I suggested to people, if you should give me like our brother Jefferson Koji, you're young, you take this kind of job, it builds your profile. But there is one thing, you need to sit back and study it. If I should be given Monrovia, for instance, red light, I will, if you call all the businesses in red light, all those that have stores in red light, you tell them, say, hey, we need to open up this country. We can't keep the country suffering like this. For all of you that are in red light with stores and you are importing, we are going to turn you all into wholesalers, no retail. And what we will do, since we are building Omega, we are going to build a business mall in Omega. Each of you will have a store, an outlet in that mall in Omega.
Yeah.
The other spaces that will remain, all the boys, those people that are sitting on the ground there, we take all of them, we send them in that mall. Brother, all the malls I have been to, you will see a mall, just a very small outlet, only for display. The things are in the store. When they finish selling this, then they go for another one. They finish selling this, they go. So you don't even need more space. You can host 10,000 sellers in one mall. And even that one open business by itself, because you need to open restaurant, you need to open toilets.
Yeah.
All that one makes money. Yeah. And you bring in all the people, like you carry everybody to Omega. And if you want to build Omega, you are not going to spend government money, brother. It does not take government money to build Omega. I was in Monrovia. Each of these Fulanis from Guinea, we are looking for land to build stores. Do you know that they are buying land up to 50,000 United States dollars? Buying land up to 100,000 United States dollars. If you bring 20 of them together, you say you are not going to buy land. We give you Omega, you build this kind of mall, and this is the arrangement. You are not going to own it. The mall is going to be a corporation that is going to be registered, and you are going to be shareholders because you put your money into it. But this requires people who are not corrupt, who are thinking wise. So they invest their money, you raise the capital from them, somebody go and build a mall, move these people in, and then red light, you lease the traffic because it's only for distribution. All the people that are in red light are wholesalers. You only see truck coming in, taking in goods and distributing the other to Douala, to the mall, or to Waterside. You solve that whole problem.
Yeah.
But nobody is listening to people.
Sam.
Nobody is listening to people.
The area you even talking about that Omega, I remember I bought a land there, but I think then later on, after a couple of months, we heard the Omasi they coming to move red light there. So in fact, even those of us that bought the land, we never got our money. I never got my money back. So it's
brother, forget about that one.
So
you will never get money back when you buy land in Liberia, no matter what happens.
At the end of the day, we want. If I come to see the development they said they are carrying there, because they said what we heard was that the whole red light market was to be removed, was to be taken there. So up to this point, we can see people there.
I went to get a space there when they were doing those discussions. Nothing came out of it. Because by then my wife used to plant in red light, so I needed a space there for her. Because I was thinking it with that thinking that if they open Omega will be a very big market, so business will run.
Yeah. It's massive. It's massive. It can take a lot of people. It can take a lot of big buildings like that. Like the mall you're talking about. Yes, we can have a very massive mall there. The mall. We can even have a cinema in there. We can have restaurants and everything. Anyway, Noah, wrap up. Let me take some other brothers as well, sisters.
Okay, brother. So thank you so much, man. I mean, like, problem can finish. So when we talk small, we leave small for the other people to add their own, brother.
At least let's provide a platform we can take it out. Yeah, let's just take the frustration out. If they don't listen that, but let's take it out. Okay, brother. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's brother Noah there. Let's go back to way back. Indeed, Brother Thomas Awaji. The suggestion is granted. Every Saturday we'll be here from today. What's on your mind about Liberia? What is it? Can you share with us? Just remember that the president and some of his entourage actually do follow my show as well. So thank you. Your recommendations, they are listening, except they don't take it, but they are hearing, they're watching the show as well. I will take you to Australia. I want to take you to Australia and share the news with you. But let me go first on the dashboard and see who is there.
now I will share this news with you because for me as an advocate, I like what this 70 years old did to a sitting lawmaker. I really love it because Francis, try and place the call again. What you do for me? Get out of the live and come back on, okay? And then let's try because it's just dropping. Okay, let me share this news with you now from Australia while we wait for another caller. This is Number Bird, way back, isn't it? Happy weekend to all of you. I suggested. I was just giving it a try today. I just giving it a try, but at least our brother suggested Thomas Awaji. That would be good for us to have this show, this discussion every weekend. It's granted. Once life is there, we'll be here every Saturday for 3.5 hours to ask you the same question that Facebook can ask you. What's on your mind? We ask you on this show as well to tell us what's on your mind about Liberia or the rest of the world. What are you concerned with? I better say too many things are going on in Liberia. Sometimes you get frustrated, you don't want to talk about it. But you know why? Especially if you care, all you need to do is voice it out. It will help you. That way to deal with stress though. Okay. Yes, cool. What's good, Kamokai? What's up? Good afternoon to all of you. Happy weekend to you all. Thank you for being on the platform, especially those of you that have been sharing the video. I say thank you very much. Yeah, Francis, please go back out of the live show, or maybe if possible, you can restart your gadget and then come back on. I don't even know if we are friends. If we are not friends, then sometimes it'll be difficult to connect you. But let me go now and bring this news to you. I will show you the video. I will share the video with you. Just hold on. I think it's Francis coming back. Okay. Okay. Z1. Let me go to Z1. Let me see what is Z1 is here. We'll take Z1 and then let's from there I'll bring you the news. Let me take on my, I don't know what I should take on my glasses. I think I can read from here. Let me see. All right, it's adding up now. Let's see what we can hear from Z1. What I have to say. Okay. Okay, the call just dropped, Z1. I don't know what happened. Let me try you again. Let me. Please look at your gadget there so you can accept. Yeah. Okay. I want to share this story with you. It's a news story. Yesterday morning, I think. Yesterday. Oh, okay. We got Z1 now. Let me keep the news. I'll finish once my brother done. Then I'll go back to the news. My brother, welcome to the show, Z1. It's great to have you on.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I didn't put on my makeup today.
Don't worry. I mean, myself, I didn't put on makeup, so I think we're okay. That's Saturday now.
Yes, sir.
So what's on your mind? Thank you first of all for. I mean, I think that your first time on my platform. Maybe you watch, but you don't call. But thank you for the call. And
yes,
we decided to start something new today. Every Saturday, at least we'll be here for 2-3 hours. Just Liberians to come out and just say whatever they want to say about their country. So I mean, it's all yours.
Yes, sure. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for having me on your platform. And You have very information are very valid, and and people like us that didn't spend much time in Africa, we can relate to some. But a little time I spent in Liberia and a little time I spent overseas, and from what I'm seeing personally, from my perspective, we the youth, I just believe that the elders need to just give us the knowledge for to take Liberia to the next level. That personally, that's what I think. Okay, because from what I have seen from my father's father to my father up to this day is that the elders always had the knowledge and the power to implement, and we haven't seen any changes. So I think it is time now for him to pass that knowledge on to us, to stand behind us as the roots to the tree, for us. So, we build Liberia as the youth. Let the youth not take over. That's what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying Liberia right now is that most of our brothers and sisters, some have been through a lot. And they don't need just, ABC education. They need the spiritual education. They need the spiritual guidance as well. And and I think the elders, you have the power, you have the resources to give us to implement what we have learned from overseas and in Liberia as well. And I'm one of those guys. I've been a public advocate for a while, and I have learned a lot, seen a lot from the Liberian community. And from my observation, the youth, the elders need to give us the key. Now we need a key to open the doors that have been locked.
So I mean that you brought a key point now that I know. I'm buffering with it.
Okay.
If you go in the house right now, our representatives, our senators, I'm telling you
Yes, sir.
this, that 15% of them that are representing us today, I will tell you that some of them they were teenagers and some of them even fought the war. They were teenagers when the war was going on. Some of them came to power by virtue of being elected as representatives during chancellor time. They were very young and vibrant. These people, for me, some of them we are of the same age, and I regard them as people that we all came from the same age range background. But they are the same people that stay driving Liberia. They are the ones that are driving Liberia. And as far as I can still say, they are still young people. As far as the demography of Liberia, political, still is concerned, they are still young people. But these are the people now that go in the house, and you said, I don't know whether you saw videos a couple of years ago wherein they fight in the house, or they stand there and they're abusing each other's mothers or so. Now you tell me now. The level of authority have been given to us, but we are not utilizing it. What should we do next?
Well, that's a great question, and I'm glad you asked me that. And once again, thanks for having me on the platform. I think you can't give a man power without educating him.
Okay.
That was the biggest mistake.
That's important.
And education, yes, sir. And speaking of education, I'm not saying we have the sitting class. I grew up in a village, Grand Basso, where I was educated differently prior to going to school in America.
Okay.
See, we need to go back. We need to take the youth back to the roots. They need to get a sense. They need to taste what we have tasted to have love for Liberia. They need to see what we have seen to have love for Liberia in order for you to empower them. As when I was working with Silka, they wanted to make me the youth president. I told them I don't need position. I'm not here to run government. I'm not here to teach anyone how to run government. We need to build Liberia where Liberia is supposed to be. We need to take Liberia there economically, and educational wise. Our elders have that power. They have the resources. I'm pointing finger at the elders because my father is well educated, right? And he been in America for a while. Okay. And these people, we need people like that, to stand behind us instead of pushing us, scaring us. Just start scaring us. Just take the rope. I mean, what's it called? The cloth of the what's the word I want to use?
Take the mask from our face. Take the mask off our faces. So we can see.
We want to know the truth. Just stop lying. I've been, I feel like I was tortured as a child. I was put into a religious institution where I was blindsided. I learned one way, and then when I came into the real world, I had to learn another way. We need to take that out. Stop lying to the youth. It's time for us to give all the truth. Say, look, this is what you're gonna do to survive in Liberia, to survive in the real world. We need to sit our brothers and sisters down. And another thing I want to reflect on is those that experienced the war. We need to have program for PTSD, post-traumatic stress. Right? These men, they're not focused, not because they can't be focused. They are not focused because they're not getting the proper medication. They're not getting the proper treatment. We need to have advocates in the street of Liberia before we even talk about building government or all this stuff. We need to have advocates sit down with the men and talk to them one-on-one. Some people just want to be heard. Nobody being heard. And when people speak, they think the people are crazy. They are not crazy. They are putting out what they're feeling because they don't know any other way to do it.
But Jawan, let me just before you go, Jawan. This is the problem we have now, and we all know that there's a problem, especially as far as the activities of young people is concerned in Liberia. If you go on social media, it's there. You come up, you say something, even you saying something for the benefit of the youth tomorrow. Somebody is coming at you and telling you, maybe even insulting your parents or telling you something. But these are very young people that we are talking about here. What advice do you have for them? Especially those of them, most of them, follow us quite a lot.
Yes, I've been victimized by such as well. But the thing is, there's a difference between leaders and followers. You're a leader, you stand out, you believe in something. That's why you come on this platform and you give out information, you educate those that need the education. Yeah. That's your calling. And my calling, to educate my brothers and sisters from what I have learned. Yeah. And I dedicate my life, even if it costs my life, I'm willing to do that. That's our calling. We are earth angels. You can't look at one apple because it's rotten and say, okay, all the Liberians. That's one thing I always get when I go to these Liberian community. I've been to Minnesota and other places. I attend a community meeting, and the things they discuss, not pointing fingers, but it's not pertaining to the growth of Liberia, not pertaining to the youth of Liberia, right? We've been taken out of the equation a long time ago. Without y'all including, if they don't include us in the equation, there's always going to be problem in Liberia. Most of our brothers and sisters, they got talent. Some people don't need to go to school. Yeah. Not saying per se education, right? They have talent. Open community center. Let the men come and perform. Performing art. What built America? It's not because of other things. America, they embrace art. They embrace agriculture. Look at agriculture. I can farm. I didn't go to school to be a farmer, but I can farm. Right? We should have institutions that can keep the men busy. When you keep the men busy, the man won't think of other things. The man want money in your pocket. Everybody want to eat. Like they say in Liberia, empty bag cannot stand. If I'm hungry, and there's a song in America called "Scared Money Don't Make Money." If I don't have no money, I'm going to take your money. And they mean what they said. If I don't have money, everyone else is around me have money, I feel intimidated. I'm going to do something because that's my man who I have to protect. And not saying I would do it personally, but this is the mentality of our brothers and sisters back home. And when we go back from here, they target us. Why? Because they want what they never had, and we have it, and we're not trying to share it. This goes out to the African diaspora as a whole. Africa, we have the resources, we have the money, we have everything. But those that have the power, that have the knowledge, they're not sharing it. They're taking everything and they're keeping it to themselves. And the youth, our eyes are open. We have seen it. We've seen the truth. You can't hide it from us no more. So my message to my brothers and sisters out there, y'all be patient. Try to educate yourself. Don't wait for mom and dad to open the Bible to you. Open the Bible. If you can read the Bible, read. If you can read books, do your own research. The internet have everything now that you can get information that you need. Let the men educate and say, let us open our eyes.
Okay, bro. You've been very, very, brutally honest with it. Let's hope that we all learn from what you just said as well. We can borrow and move on with it. Thank you so much for the contribution. We wish you a pleasant weekend as well.
And you as well. Thanks for playing.
Hey, yes, good afternoon, Mr. Christian Kaiser. They're in Texas, right? Somebody told me last time, they said they call it taxi. British people will say Texas. Okay, thank you so much, my brother, for that brilliant contribution. Yes, the young people will have a responsibility to this nation to build it as well. All we need to do, we have to change our mindset and change our attitudes and think Liberia so we can build a better way. Today is Saturday, the 16th of March 2019, and it is a special and first edition of the program Profile Liberia Saturday edition. And somebody just suggested, brother Thomas Awaji suggested that we should have it every Saturday. Suggestion granted. So we'll be here. Let me go back on my dashboard and see who is there. I got information here to pass on to you, or as an advocate. But let me go on the dashboard first. Mr. Kaiser, please try again. Stay falling. Please try to place the call again. Or do me a favor, yeah, Mr. Kaiser. If you can get out and come back in to watch and then send a request again, I think it will work. Let's try it that way. Just to let you know as well, if you're using a laptop or computer or either iPad, it might be difficult for you to go through. Mostly smartphones will work better. So I can see the option to use. So let me see again. Mr. Kaiser, what you do, try to, if you're using the smartphone or so, try to restart it. Let's see. Yeah, try to restart it and then come back to watch it. Let's see. Let's try it that way. Because I've done the other part, so you might be able to come in if you do that. All right, let me just pass this information to you. I'm going to share the video to you with you as well. Welcome to the program. Is the first edition of it, special edition. Is called well, this show is called Profile Liberia. Let's see, trying to get Mr. Kaiser on, but I don't know. Say no video for live guest. So try that way. Restart your phone, and then come back on to watch, and maybe you send a request. I think it will work. Let's try it that way. Because I should have an option to say, oh, it's not there. All right, let's go to Australia. I think let me bring this news down a little bit. I want you to just very short video. I'm going to show it to you. This one came from Australia. I'm trying to see whether I can get this man face some kind of way. This guy is a lawmaker. And the caption on the video says here, right-wing Australian Senator Fraser Anning, who blamed Friday's massacre on Muslims, fanatics, and immigration policies, was caught on camera having an egg thrown on his head by a 17-year-old boy in Melbourne on Friday. So this guy, for him, instead of condemning the act that took place in New Zealand, he decided to put a blame on Muslim fanatics and immigration policies. That because what he's trying to say, if I can interpret it better, because with Western world is opening doors to foreigners, to other nationalities or so, is the cause of it. But I want you to see this video, and I tried to share the video today, and Facebook stopped me, and I got angry with them, because if they actually permitted this murderer for 17 minutes, my friend sent me that video. When he sent me that video from New Zealand, 17 minutes. If Facebook was able to give this man 17 minutes to pick up the guns from his SUV, open the car boot, he pulled the camera up ahead, and he went live. Pick up the gun and march inside the compound straight before the main entrance and started shooting. Then somebody is talking nonsense, and this child is telling him that it is wrong for you to say these words by smashing fresh egg on his face. Then they don't want us to circulate the news. I'm surprised that I went to the People Direct Facebook page. It stayed there. But this morning when I came across it, I tried to share it and it couldn't go. This is the guy. Let me just show you. Let me just play the video for you. The short video. But the little boy on the side here, he didn't play with him. They ain't there. I gave it to him. I enjoy it, and I stay enjoying it. These are the people that are causing problem in the society. He blaming immigration for what happening. The same thing Benjamin 1999. Finally now, they said no, zero to any black to enter in Israel. It's on BBC. You go on BBC website, you see it there. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel.
Thing. What I said was that a terribly unfortunate thing, a tragedy, but it's going to be eventually accepted or expected that these sort.
Now hear the man. It's a tragedy, but it's going to be accepted. Why if that human being would behave like this? Come on, man. Look at a little boy, 17 years old. I mean, standing by you, and you're saying this kind of a thing. Your own citizen standing there, a child that can even be your grandchild. And look at what you want to put in your ears. Come on, man. What kind of world we live in today?
it's going to be eventually accepted or expected that these sort of things happen when people are getting attacked in their own.
You see what the boy did? The boy smashed the egg on his head for the rubbish he said just now. Let's go back to it and hear from this nonsense that they men talking about.
Unfortunate thing, a tragedy.
You keep your eye on our little boy.
It's going to be eventually accepted or expected that these sort of things happen when people are getting attacked in their own.
Now, four or five grown up men going to wrestle with the boy. This is nonsense. What kind of world we live in like this? How can people, just have hate in their mind like this for other people? Eh? I can't wait to see you getting out of that seat that people vote you out. Look at that little boy. The way the boy looking at you, sir, man. I mean, for you to say things that he can carry out there and go tell his friends, say, it is not good to do this. You go tell, right before his eyes.
Unfortunate thing, a tragedy, but it's going to be eventually accepted or expected that these sort of things happen when people are getting attacked in their own.
I wish the little boy has strength.
Pick him up and get him here. Fucking hell. Get the cops. Get the cops, right? Get his cops. I'm not letting go. You've got to understand that straight. You can't say he's not the wrong way.
That's him, Will Connolly. What's his name? Will Connolly.
Mate, I just can't believe you did that.
He said on Facebook, just wait till I come down.
Anyway, the little boy later on, the 17 years old, according to news, was later on released. Because I followed the news. He was later released. I mean, they didn't arrest him anyway because of what happened. But this is the world that we're living in now. Others don't want other people to mix with them. Everything is happening now. But this is a hate message. Yeah, this is a hate message. So unfortunate. All right, we got let me see. I don't know how many more minutes I'll go here, but let me check my time. Let me go straight to my base and check the time there. How many more minutes I got? But you can still call. Let me take you back again. I think let's do this one. Let's go to Bon County again and take this song and see what to do there. But what's on your mind? We can get my brother. I don't know what happened.
Oh
All right, put them to shame. We are back. Give me a call. Let's hear from you as well. What's on your mind? That's the question I'm asking. What is it you want to share on the platform? Oh yes. Please don't call me on Messenger. Messenger will kick me out of my live video. Papa, put them to shame. Let me share this with you while we wait for people to call. You know, I'm a poet. Let me let you know another side of me. I'm a poet. I write poems and things. Let me read this to you. I want to read something about Liberia. Right, welcome to the program Injustice. Let me read about injustice. No, it's okay. You, my friend. Right. Okay, let me read this about freedom. I wrote this, still trying to publish them. But my lines are still open. You can call in and make your contribution as well. All right, this one says, where is the freedom? The title of my poem is, Where is the freedom? They beat me up. They tortured me beyond belief. They tied me up, blindfolded me. They threw me into solitary confinement. I could hear them speak, hear them walk, but still it was dark. I touched my face, wondering if my head was still standing on my neck. I could feel it. I tried to pen my eyes, but it was completely dark, very dark. No sign to tell. Somebody stop calling me on Messenger. No sign to tell if it's daylight or night time. I could hear my visitors. I could feel them as they make attempts to sit on my lips or seeking entry into my nose. Yes, they are the only visitors. My visitors, the flies. That is why I am here, looking for sanctuary. Could you be my friend? All right, let me see. I wrote something about Monrovia. Let me see, where is it? I wrote something about Monrovia. Still trying to. Let me see. Okay, not this one. Let me see. I feel like nobody here. No. Sacred Heart. Okay, I wrote this when Nelson Mandela died, and I posted this on a website in South Africa. The poem is called "The Sacred Heart," the Sacred Solid Heart. The poem in tribute to the late Tata Nelson Mandela Madiba. When a moment of hope becomes hopeless, the sacred solid heart does not pause. When a moment of discrimination is visible, the sacred solid heart do not sit and complain, but moves like a mighty lion. When the future appears to look bleak, the sacred heart, the sacred solid heart speaks in many languages and the people listen. When a hero, the mighty hero, is physically no more among us, just remember that the sacred solid heart is not gone. The sacred solid heart, I know the sacred solid heart. The sacred solid heart is the warrior of the masses. Tata Madiba Mandela is the Sacred Solid Heart. Okay, rest in peace. Okay, okay, I think let me see. I'm looking for the Liberian. My home, my LIB. If I should die, think only this of me. That there is a corner of a foreign field. That is for. I don't take call on Messenger when I'm on live. Let me go to my dashboard. Javi is a Japa. Let's see what I can. All right. While we try to connect Japa, let's see whether we can throw in this song. I love it. Right, they declined. Let's try Japa. Japa again. All right, I think we got Japa now. Let's see what we can pause the music and then bring our brother on. Japa, good afternoon or good morning. How you doing?
Not bad. How you doing, my brother?
I'm very well, thanks, and thanks for asking as well. Great to see you. Thanks. Welcome on the platform anyway.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the show. It's a very beautiful show. I've been following it for the past few minutes now.
Okay.
But it was something that hold my heart. That I want to, even though it's an open mic, but there was something that hold my heart. And it was really in reference. It was in reference to the one other quarter.
Okay.
He make a point. He was talking about the county development plan of Liberia.
Okay.
That county development plan, if it were implemented fully by a central government from Monrovia, it could have been a way forward for the country. But the player, what I got problem with him is that is a true statement that he said. But what I have problem with him is that he was trying to shift the blame on a particular group of people. And I strongly disagree, because if you look at our politics, it's not only Congo or DT, it always intertwined.
Well, let me.
The only thing is
let me hold that Japa to my recollection, because I let people to be balanced. I think he was able to balance it at the beginning of it. Say this time it shouldn't be the Congo and the country, and there should be nothing of that nature. Continue.
Yes, but I still just disagree with the entire point where he says that it's conquered. You see the issue that makes. You see the issue that makes.
Hang on. Is the platform we decided to actually provide it, not to have confrontation or not to. If you say something that I should say, oh, it's not right or so. I want you.
No,
brother.
And
give us what is on your mind about Liberia. His concern there. Even though I didn't agree with everything you said, but I don't want to say, oh no, I want to force you to say, don't say this or so. No. Speak your mind. Let's get education from you as well.
I tell you, thank you so much. The thing is that the play what I was going with my own argument was it's the same reason I mentioned him, because it's a conversation going on the social media that I strongly want to discourage. The issue of Concord, Niti, especially when it comes to our ballot politics, it's not the issue no more. The reason this generation has came out to really provoke the system to hold government accountable is the issue of corruption. The issue of corruption is things that people establish upon themselves when they're in leadership, from different group to another group, from different group to another group at different times. And there have been the issues. I don't want to believe it have been where that particular plan, because that plan is a very brilliant plan, that country development plan. If it would distribute the natural resources equally based upon what a country is providing to the general growth of the country, in terms of resources. So that was a very great plan. But a lot of people, a lot of government had ignored it because they don't have the political will. And the political will is always coming from corruption. Anytime people want to use, they want to not use the political will to for the national interest, is always because of corruption. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now with the issue of our youth development, with the forward map of our country, my brother, it will be very, very difficult for us to go forward if we not unite. The issue of unity is very sincere in our country. But every government account they want to take side. You see, Ambassador Weah, I have not heard from his mouth practically to say native or I'm from the indigenous. But the people that support him, the way they put out the message, they try to leave a demarcation. If you put out the message for the leader, let it be, because this is one of the things that Phil Ellen Johnson said too. A lot of people were struggling in the country based upon some normal challenges that are still there today. But they said that it was because of Congo woman, so Congo people were suffering. That was the wrong notion they had. And I understand that the leadership in Liberia can actually bring some tremendous relief with economic growth, but also the population itself need to be prepared in terms of what? Civilization, in terms of job preparation, in terms of even the willingness to go and work, the willingness to get a clue on something that you just engage in, the willingness to be patient, the willingness to make the sacrifice, not in the quick scan hurry thing. So these are things that we have to prepare our generations, our society with first. Those are normal challenges, even for a reason. If you have $10-15 million right now, you want to go open a factories in Liberia. If you don't carry international experts, you will not have that foundation, you will not have that thing established, because there's probably nobody in the country, or limited people out there that have ideas on such a thing. So all those things, it have probably to do with development growth of the country. But in all, the only way we can conquer these things is to lift each other up by holding each other. And the only way we can do that is to take the devices massive. Because today, for me, I strongly believe that no Congo, there's no native no more. Because I'm Jabaulo. Our last name is supposed to be Jabaulo. But we went BIA and we live with the Congo people. Well, they say Congo people, but we live with the settlers. So we got reefs. So today, some of the reefs from the settlers, they don't even consider us as family members. Some of us, but we don't even consider them as family members. But at the end of the day, we still rolling with a name smooth and nice. Sometimes when it happened that we meet by accident on one of the social gatherings, and so, oh man, we scratch it out and we keep moving. So that's how far we have come with the Congo and Native. So the argument of it is even unnecessary. Even if we are holding leader accountable, let us hold the individual that is involved accountable and not put their generational thing attached to them. Like for example, today, I have never, people say, oh, the government, I saw Eastern government. I refuse to use such a word, even if I feel like that. Because why? That's a very strong divisive message. Even if I feel like that, I won't even put it out. I will attack Ambassador Weah, excuse me if attack is a strong word, but I will engage in constructively in pressing and not tribal sentiment.
Japa, I think that is same thing the brother was talking about. Perhaps it's not the president, but the elders or people that are around him that are from there, they are beginning now to use these languages. Our son, trying to own him like, yes, he only belongs to the South Easterner. And he was saying that this is absolutely wrong. This is the president of the nation. One county can claim him, or one district can claim him and say, our son.
Or political party. You're right.
You're getting things wrong. And this is perhaps people still refer to him as a young man anyway. This is a guy that still, got a long way to learn on the job. I mean, I think a lot of things that we need to be putting in his ear is educating him how to manage people and how to run the government. But there's things that he quick to grab them and take it to be serious. Our son, you know, our son, we want to come and visit our son, and he will be convinced. Yeah, go on.
Big brother, you make a very good point. You see, for me, I believe that if you and I having the intention to go somewhere, and you're using different rules that I know about, or maybe even if I don't know, but I own my own rule, we all going to the same place, or maybe I in different place, I see how the rule go to that place. If I see it and you're on the wrong way, or you proceeding, maybe it's going to be going, because you know you got east, west, north, south. At least if we was to be going north, and you headed toward north, maybe when you're all the way on the east coming north like that, maybe I would consider it, but you can't be coming down south. Then I have a hope of you of thinking that, okay, the man going, you know, he will make it. You know, I must say something. You see, that's why sometimes we come out and say some of these things, condemn it. Because our president, I don't want to believe with a word that say he knew. President, we have a mentality that almost all the leaders been having. And we outside that have not been having the opportunity to be in leadership, but we have the opportunity to live among an organized, united society that is stricted by the law, because the law is where everybody lodge a complaint to and it will judge. But at the end of the day, everybody is equal and they love each other under that mutual respect, you know. Yeah. If we that outside here that enjoy that immunity, we can take it back to our country, it will be very important. And every leader make the same mistake, Ambassador, we are making. You see, me, my own leader that I know, I see my apple that chatted. But though I heard about though, and I heard the same story about travel sentiment or Eastern or Native woman, whatever. Chatted came in, chatted was Congo boy, whatever. Chatted was trying to do good. I think Chatted was very, very successful in having all the warring faction under one umbrella after he got elected of the junk. But when he empowered the Nimalians, I'm not saying this, I'm just saying the fact. But when he empowered the Nimalians, and then he empowered them, they became arrogant or the head control. Because that's when you take side with a child in the home, they get that confidence in you to challenge or to make sure they can come and explain that, you know, to make sure you agree or disagree with them before you can make a decision. Yeah. They will get that confidence to even go beyond your jurisdiction. They will probably do something that is not in your area that you're not even thinking. That's what we're talking about today. And when Chadra empowered the Nemadian, they started doing some other things that even Chadra himself was not approved of. And then they were suppressing some of the Maningo people. Like they got, for example, they got our leading Mole. What's the name? Several times. Was making business immoral. But several times, I mean, were targeted, arrested, put in jail. Some other Maningo people were being marginalized. How can the men went to group themselves, and other haters come and join them. And today, before you can leave, several left or loose. It's the same thing today we are watching. The only thing Ellie managed to really hide behind UN. Ellie did her own Congo thing, but she hid behind UN. And UN were there to suppress the situation. That why we didn't go into brutality. But even CDC was willing to go into brutality with Ellie administration if it were not for the fear of United Nations. Let's be fair. Let it be fair. They were willing. Sometimes the police will be shooting at the people, they're willing to go and fight them back. But it was UN. But today we don't have that immunity no more. UN is out. Ambassador, we are come. That's the same message that we're hearing again. Now, mind you, majority of the supporters of we are in my age group. They are young people. And the young people already have a bit of anger, a tendency of the old generation or the old leaders, they deceive us. So that's an inbuilt anger. And this leadership is hiding under that umbrella, but it's not solving that problem. So today they hiding under that umbrella of the leadership in the past was ridiculous. The leadership in the past got us here. The leadership in the past got the economic mixed up. They are under the umbrella enjoying the immunity. But what if one day the general population that have that tendency disagree with them too? It could be an anarchy in the whole nation.
Yeah.
They will start looking for government officials from horse to horse, kidding there. They will start looking for people associated with government officials. We have seen these things. History don't lie. That's why we are condemning these issues, that these words are not necessary.
Okay.
You know, but thank you. Let me get some other people the opportunity. I enjoy the time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think, you know, what all you said there is, it is well noted. Thanks for your contribution. We really appreciate it. Okay, Mr. President. Your Excellency, Mr. George, you're listening to your people. Please listen to us. Please, you follow all of my platforms. You follow them. Please, Mr. President, listen to your people. People speaking their minds. And what is coming out? These are people, patriotic citizens. They don't have to be in government and contribute. They can give pieces of advice. They can send out directions as to how we can go. We can better manage this country. Mr. President, listen to your people. I think next weekend we'll put that under the microscope. This issue of certain group of people owning or trying to own a leader. This pronouncement that my brother Nawab made mention of earlier. Our president, our son. Does it really send a wrong signal? Next week when we're back on the show, we will put that under the microscope. It will be our talking point. You listen to the program Profile Liberia. First segment today, special edition for the weekend. It's on almost every week, every day of the week in the evening time. But today we decided to do the first segment of let's say call it special edition, to run for more than the required time as usual. So we'll be here every Saturday on this program, Profile Liberia, giving you the opportunity to voice out and say those things that are burning your heart about your country, Mama Liberia. We're working on the circle by the grace of God, working on the heart to get an external line. Right now, my only external line is Skype, and that have to be Skype to Skype. So for those of you that are listening, if you want to be calling via Skype, you don't want other people to see your face, you can send me your Skype request. Just inbox me your Skype ID. I will ID on, and then anytime we're on, you can just call through Skype as well. Right now we're in Bomi County, right? They want to go out. whether we can go to the US and take Mr. Christian Kaiser.
You let nobody steal you away from me. I wanna be close to you. I wanna get next to you. I wanna make you understand that I was meant to be your man. So don't you go away from me, 'cause I really love your way, and I want you to believe that I'm your loving man. Ooh yeah, you're my sweet.
All right, taking some time to get okay. I just lost Christian there. Let's try again to add him up. Okay, he just disappeared.
Away from sweet, sweet red rose. My heart belongs to you. Let nobody steal you away from me.
All right, we back on the show. Welcome to the program, Profile Liberia. I'm taking you way back,
So give me love and stay to me. I'll live very tenderly. I'll cherish all the love you gave. Loving someone is the key to make our love just always stay. Let's pretend the day before. Forget about tomorrow and think about our lives. Ooh yeah, you're my sweet, sweet red rose. My heart belongs to you. Let nobody steal you away from me. And you're my sweet, sweet red rose. My heart belongs to you. Let nobody steal you away from me. Okay, you're not able to take care of Babu. You're not able to bust the regular Babu.
All right, remember this one, Not too old. Okay, let's see what we can get, Mr. Kaiser from Texas, USA.
Once upon the time, in the jungle, there lay so many animals and so many trees. During the day, there were no restrictions, anytime, any day. Anyone used to go up and go start free in the jungle, yeah. After they realized that everything was good, I say everyone was running after their food. Majority of the people went beyond baboon, and few people went beyond okay. The headers of the time made a big mistake. After election, they went and made a nation. So the citizen,
a small story out.
So they decided to send a lot of caretaker. Who loves, who care, who has ability, taking care of.
I don't know, we find it difficult to link with Mr. Christian Kaiser all the way there in Texas. Let's try again and see. Oh, Franklin Ware just wrote I'll go on the dashboard and read some of the comments as well. We're just trying to connect with Mr. Christian Kaiser all the way there in the USA. But I don't know what's happening. Everything okay from my end now. From his return is okay. But Facebook is still telling me it's adding. So Keep your eyes on your gadget so you can accept the call. Oh, it's drop again. I don't know. Drop again. Drop.
To be a Liberian, and I don't care what anybody will say. I will jump and sing and shout hooray, 'cause today is our Independence Day. Liberia, our day, we are free. Number one, Liberia, our day, we are free. Today is our day.
All right, that's how we're going to be doing it every Saturday on this show, Profile Liberia. Welcome, Liberian people. Speak your mind. Okay, we finally just lost touch with Mr. Christian Kaiser.
Liberians, me and you, let's live in harmony and peace. We'll prevail. Do what is right and good and take our children back to school. Hard work and determination and we will fail. Yeah, economically, strategically, physically, we can make a difference automatically. Let's live in unity, all for one and one for all. Proud to be a Liberian.
Okay, 33 more minutes and I want to be here. Whether I get a call or not. Or play you some music.
Cause today is our Independence Day.
All right, let me take this time to appreciate all of our people, wonderful Liberian people. For those of you that don't know, we're just about to launch a charitable initiative, a foundation actually. This educational foundation, our primary objective would be to help put people or children with disability, put them on scholarship and keep them in school, be able to buy uniforms for them. So the educational foundation actually is in my name. Maybe for some of you that are just hearing it for the first time, it's called the Max Kpakio Educational Foundation. If you go on my page, you'll find it there. I have decided that look, education is vital. Education got me where I am today, and not my parent money. And for us to change the mentality of Liberians, we got to start from the bottom, and we got to be in the classroom. We got to start from there. And because also there's this issue of discrimination in our country, where we believe, yes, majority of our people, they believe that a child with any form of disability will not be useful in society. And that notion is worth taking. You go in places of work, in the government or whatsoever, you hardly find people who are with a disability working in government or working in any in offices. You don't find it. Yet and still we still have people with disability who are graduating even from universities, got BScs or so, but they can't get job. Even if they want that job and they are in a wheelchair, they got master's degree, they got BSc, they got 2 BScs or so. The buildings are not there for them to actually get a job that they're supposed to do. And I will start off with even our own Capitol building. Our own Capitol building. Since this building was put together many years ago when I was even born. And perhaps maybe for a couple of years or so, they have lift there that people could use. You have, you got your cane, you're partially blind or you're blind. You can walk in, go to the lift, and you go to see somebody upstairs or so. And you're in a wheelchair, you can go in the lobby and to the lift. The lift will take you up to the office and you go visit family. But I don't know when those lifts were all gone. Years after years, even before, I think before even Samuel Kanyando time. There's nobody with disability can go to that office. To any lawmaker in that building, I bet you. I challenge anybody to tell me it's true. It's true. Nobody. So, and the people that are representing these people, these communities, they say they are representing everybody. But how can you represent everybody when they can't have access to you in your office? If you got a cane and you walk in, you're blind, there's no way you can follow to go see a senator. There's no way you can go and see your representative. All of them are upstairs. If you're sitting in a wheelchair, you're managing to say, let me go and see them. You can't, because there's no way. And for me, I started with doing Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's time, engaging them. Like, you need to do something about this thing. I mean, for so many years later, you can push one community one side and just forget about them completely. But when you want votes, you still go to them, and they will go in their wheelchair, they will go on their crutches, and they will go and stand, whether it is raining or the sun is there, they'll go cast the vote for you. You get upstairs there, you don't have time for them again. You don't come back to even hold kind of a town hall meeting like how it is done here in the United Kingdom. Every Thursday, my member of parliament from my constituency will come every Thursday, give for 3 hours. First come, first serve. You sit in a wheelchair. You get a guard dog. You got Kino. The building is accessible to you. You enter there. You go and see the representative. Your talk, whatever you're going to talk. First come, first serve. Our own, they don't even come to us. And when you want to go to them, you are restricted. And so let me just throw small light. I'm angry about it because I engaged them and I talked to them even before they could start that the two annexes they were putting together, one for the Senate and the other one for the representative. I had some of them on my show here. I interviewed them, and when I asked them directly, are you going to advocate that the annexes that they're putting together, you're going to include lifts there? They said yes, they will make it accessible to everybody. I don't know whether it is true now. This is so wrong. You can't continue to discriminate people like that for so many long years. The disabled people, they have no voice. How will even somebody in a wheelchair, like how it is done here, think that they want to become a representative or they want to be a senator when the building is not accessible to them? I see ministers here. Ministers, they go to work to the House of Parliament with guard dog because they don't see. They are partially blind. They are representatives. You see them with a cane. They go to work. They see them in a wheelchair. They go to work as somebody who was elected to represent their people. Because why? The building is accessible. The offices are accessible to them, and they can make use of the time there. But go to Liberia. That building alone can just discourage people with disabilities. That even no matter how educated are you, you're able to manage people, you're able to run an office, you're able to be and represent. What's so much anyway to be a representative anyway? But at least the people should have, the means should be there that these people should be able to go in the building. I remember going there several times when the former VP was there. And I remember once upon a time when I sat in the office, I asked him as to how do you manage? Because the office on the last floor. You're climbing here every day, every morning, every time you go to lunch. You climb these stairs, 299 stairs or so. How do you manage? That's why you go around the Capitol building and you don't find anybody with disability. They say they're going to visit a representative or they're going to visit a relative. No, you don't find anybody there. There's no means to go upstairs. Let me go on the dashboard. Oh, Christian, I don't know what happened. Oh, it dropped again. Christian, I don't know. I think something happening with your gadget. Probably. So we just want to let you know we've got this foundation running. Please join us. We want to be able to give scholarship to people with disabilities, especially children with disability and albino's children. We want to be paying their school fees and be helping their parents and also buy uniform for them. So we're just about to go in Monrovia to launch the charity. And to support the cause, I also, for some of you who are here for the first time, I also wrote a textbook for Liberia for second and third graders. I'm going to Liberia as well to go launch that textbook. The title of it is Police Officers Are Friends, Not Strangers. My whole concept about this textbook is that if we are to change the mentality of most of what our young people believe that the institution stands for, we got to start from the bottom. So I want to start from the bottom, that you holding the police officer by his or her uniform to face them in a physical fight is not good. But because the generation civic education and how important these institutions are, they can stand for a fist fight to a uniformed police officer. So for me, I told it why I said no. I'm going to write a textbook for second and third graders for the whole of Liberia. In that textbook, we will have everything about their own security when they are out, when they leave their house to go to school, what to be aware of, when they are crossing the road, how to really behave and cross the road safely, who to avoid when you go in the park to play with your friends or so, and everything is in this textbook. So it's completed. I'm going to lobby with the Ministry of Education to see whether they can accept this textbook and put it in the school curriculum, so that the entire nation, every school, we asked parents to buy this book for every child that is in the second and third grade, so that they can begin to learn, to even know about, what is policing and, what is it all. Because we can see here, our children, and they develop interest in these areas at a very early age. People here, I know some of you guys are in the diaspora, we can see our children and they go on trips. Sometimes they go visit fire service department and they will talk to them about fire service. They'll go visit police or police will come to them. They will talk to them. They will go to supermarkets and they will learn about food, the food they're eating, the apple they're eating, where it comes from. They will take them to the farms and they teach them. They take them to animal farms like goat, sheep, the cow and things. They take them, they go show them and things. We don't have all of this. So for me now, I say, well, let me start off with this book. So I wrote this book. I just want to let you know, the book is ready. If the Ministry of Education agreed and accept the book to be put in the school curriculum, then thank God. Our foundation now, the Educational Foundation for the scholarships, the proceed will be coming from there and be paying the children's school fees and buying uniform for them. Possibly go beyond that. In the future now, we can apply for funding or so. So please, our GoFundMe is also on my page. Please help us. We're going this. We're trying now to register the organization before early April. We want to register the organization in Liberia to be legally permitted to operate, and then we'll have bank account open where in the future people can also be able to donate to the cause. So please go on my timeline. The links are there, even from $5 if you want, whatever amount you can afford, $5, $2, through GoFundMe. Please help us so we can register the organization, and then we go and launch it. Both the book and the organization, we want to launch it in May. So I will be in Liberia by that time, but we need your help to join us. If you are interested in the project as well, you want to be part of this initiative, also inbox me. We're still looking for board members. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are, you can still be a board member for this organization. Yes, just get in touch. We're looking for somebody who has, number one, you have the passion for something like this, you are willing to do it, and you want to be, and you'll be committed to also help. Because we need people with different skills to come on board so we can build it up. This will just be on now for maybe from one generation to another. You keep pushing it. So please, let me go on the dashboard. I don't know. I think we'll find a problem with Mr. Kaiser joining us. I have no idea because it's telling me it's adding, but after some time it just dropped off. So I just thought to share that information with you. Join us, please, so we can do it together. Thank you very much. Okay, what a call is going through to get Mr. Kaiser on from Texas. Let's take this one here. Now your area, the amount of area of education, and I really want our children to want to start from the beginning. We'll start it from the early age. Okay, it says again decline, Mr. Kaiser.
Some people got the hero to make a money. Some people got a hero to make good. Your hero is your hero.
I think you need to check your gadget. I don't know whether your internet or so. But it's happening strange. It shouldn't happen like this because you're in the States. It should go straight and just come on. But right now, it's still telling me it's adding.
Yes, they're going to do.
And the next thing, once I see they're connecting, then the person video coming on. So, Mr. President, I hear your people are speaking on this platform. Please, Mr. President, listen to us.
Oh God, you know, your era is your era. Some people era to make a market. Some people era to be up and down in the street. Some people era.
Gradually we're going down to end the show. We'll be in Zambia later on at 7 o'clock tonight. My guest on the Max K Talk show will be from Zambia. But yes, we're winding up down here. We still can get Mr. Kaiser because they say adding is still is just adding. If we can get Mr. Kaiser, if it drops now, then I will go on the dashboard and read some of your comments. Oh yes, how's my people doing? How are people doing in Liberia? How are they doing? All right, we're still trying to get Mr. Kaiser, but it's still saying connecting. So let me go on the dashboard to just read some of your comments just before we take leave. This is how we'll be running the show here. We share the time and see. Okay, let me see. Wow, so many comments though. Let me see. Mr. Kaiser is still adding, or is still telling me it's adding. Once I see they're connecting, connecting, then I'll know the video coming on. But this is not happening. I don't know. In your case, Okay, let's start from this. Thomas Awaji, we are not angry oppositions who dislike the government. We are just tired. We want better. We deserve better. 40 years since the coup, nothing have changed. Mr. President, listen to your people. Those are the people that are responding, writing out. Thomas Awaji, we want transparency and accountability. Redemption Hospital doesn't have electricity or medicine. That's Thomas Awaji again. And Tanya Service, thank you, Max. Thank you too. Yeah, it's still adding. It's still there adding. It hasn't dropped yet. This trip it hasn't dropped yet. You got to look at your gadget. I don't know what. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's continue with some more. We do not need skyscrapers or super highways. We need the basics, facts. Thomas Awaji. Okay, let's go to Ziawon. He says here, China have more mountains than lines mark as compared to Liberia. Yet China control almost the world economy. So what he's trying to say, you know, with the vast land we get, you know, the landscape is beautiful and we got almost everything there. But yet then still we depend on people like China to help us. If they can have mountains and they're making use good use of perhaps the mountains or others. Okay, Ziawon is back. He said, let us get machine to build Liberia. I need tools. Our people will learn on the job. Okay, that's another good point. My brother, it is called check and balances in politics. We need to give the people power instead of the government. Franklin Wise said, you are very, very right. Your analysis is 100% right. Franklin Wise says here, I love President Weah. I campaigned for his presidency, but I am one of those. Let me expand it. I love President Weah. I campaigned for his presidency, but I'm one of those who has or is questioning President Weah for his deceitful behavior, and he keep pretending that he is changing things. No, President Weah, you are just like other leaders who manipulated, protected corrupt friends, stole and lied to the masses. Although I still have some level of confidence, but I currently look at you very hesitantly. Not much trust and confidence until you can disprove our suspicions. Wow. That's Franklin Ware there. Strong supporter as well. Moeba Sharif say, you got me up this morning, brother. Came home from work this morning and can't sleep. Good job, sir, from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Welcome. Thank you very much. Laura McKay, thank you. I love my country no matter what. Liberia is my mama, okay? You can go drink club beer. I love always. I love the music and I love club beer too. I'm not here to promote club beer, man. I'm making you. Happy Sunday to you, my dear. Right. Mr. Ziawon say the disabled should be represented by those with disability. Well, in Liberia, there's no room for you. I can see Livy Allison, or I can see any other person who call him Bissau Christian. Let me see. No, I can see no other person calling beside you. I think let me cancel your call and see whether the person can call. Let me cancel your call. Okay, maybe the person can call now. All right, but I can't even see them on the dashboard. So, and another thing is, what I noticed about Facebook Live is, if you and the person are not friends, even if they place the call, it's hard for you to be connected. Well, in your case, we are friends anyway, so I don't know why. Okay, let me try again. I don't know who is on the line. Okay. Let me see if you're down here. I can see you down here. It says, oh, listen, let me try. I'm not quite sure. It says, it will work. It's adding. So let's give it a couple of seconds and see whether it will pick up. All right. Welcome back to this last segment of the show. We got 8 minutes to go. Let me see. Get another song here to just rock you up, take you way behind again. All right, we just lost Alice's there too. I don't know what's happening. I think Lovey, Alice, I think because we're not friends, that could be another problem. All right, this one is called we flop politicians. We flop politicians. This one came just before the election. All right, Alison, I think it's because we're not friends, eh? I'm 100% sure about that. In your case, I think that's it. Oh, even in Liberia, 419. All of them won't be leaders. And they are leaders, in fact. LGBT. All right, I'm going to hold the music quickly because we've been struggling a long time to get Alison on as well. Alison, welcome to the show. How you doing? I'm
really been wishing to come on the show,
I
man.
know.
Yeah,
I mean,
took all my time.
at least we try,
But let me
we
just
get
go
it.
straight to business.
Welcome. Sit down well. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, brother Max.
Okay.
Thank you for the show, man.
Well,
Always been following your show.
yeah, thank you.
And this morning I really wanted to, and the time already against me.
No, it's all
But
right.
however, let's go
Enough
straight to
time to
business.
talk.
Yeah, you know, I like the way you come up with this Saturday what you get on your
All
mind.
right, thanks.
And yeah. And I tell you guys who are advocating on behalf of the country and the Liberian people, God going to bless you guys.
Amen.
Because a complete risk you are taking. You know, people come on the air sometimes and say that we shouldn't blame this leadership. I got problem with this leadership. You know, yeah. Anything that you think you can make it with, don't be a part of it. And I can't see some young people coming up and on the radio and the station telling people that, look, let the old people give the young people chance. It doesn't work like that. Especially for some of us that grew up with our parents, lived with our parents, got all the things with our parents, we still walk in town and then we find our way to places. And it doesn't go like that. So the thinking works from the home to work into the society, the larger society. Now, if anything you want to do better in life, you got to learn it from your parents. They got to show you the way out. You understand?
Yeah.
They say, son, don't go this way, go this way, and then you listen to them, you'll be a good child. Now, the young people of Liberia this time want power. But how many of us that are qualified, that are willing to learn from the old one? Because the people get a saying, they say, you should look at what? The old map before you apply the new map. There is no way I can just come from out of the university with all my degrees and go into the work environment and say I will do it exactly without any mistake. That's a lie. Even if you want to do things, man, you have to go in and be honest with somebody and learn that system that is there. Whether it's a broken system or it's a perfect system, you should learn that one. And when you learn that system, if you observe any mistake in that system, then you can build on it. If that system is perfect, and you see it carrying you, then you try to be innovative to bring in another one to add on it and make it surplus. And yeah, that's how people learn. But you can just come from the blue sky. You just out of high school, or maybe you're dropped out in college, or you just from college. Then you want to be the minister of finance. Then you want to be the director of internal auditor. I mean, the internal audit division and all that. What experience are you bringing? That is why in the war, I say Liberia, I say in the war, when you're seeking for jobs, they will always take experience over what? The certification or the diploma you bring in. Because even if they say PhD holder, they will say get this length of time experience. You know why they say this? Because they don't want that institution to make a lot of mistakes, lose millions of dollars, and then go be set back. Then before you come and do the right thing, no. And that's just exactly what happened to Liberia. And the children of Liberia will tell them they got to prepare themselves. When we were coming up, we have some hits in our mind for the previous government that have passed on. They used us from junior high days, high school days, up to the university. But we were preparing ourselves. We were not sitting because the other people in power suppressing our parents. They are not paying our parents well, or our school are closing and other things. So we are not going to go back to school. That's the wrong mistake this generation in Liberia is making. If you can't get education, your level, the place you want to reach, you can never reach there and be stable. You can never reach there and be stable because you are not educated. Even if God help you with millions of dollars and you are not educated, that money will finish and you will not know the way how to get it back. And those are some of the things that happen to our president. Yeah. George Weah was successful in life from his skill, from his soccer skill. We used to love him for that. We used to really love him for that and other things. I was one of the fans that used to really talk in his favor. Yeah, I said that guy, if he just get cleverness now or wisdom, at a certain time you slow the football game and go to school. It never old for education. Yeah. Nana, I'm here taking way on this side. Guess what? I'm a professional accountant by paper. And then practical life, audit, worked for the government for over 4 years in my country with the Ministry of Finance here, coming to America. But I come on this side, I see the system, I see how it works, and I want to develop my skill. I want to get more money because it's like when you bring your document here, it takes a lot of formality and all the things before you can start climbing the ladder. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to a technical school, you know, to learn some tools, working stuff, and make more money. You know, yeah. So that if I graduate, regardless of the pen, I put a pen down. I'm trying to pick up tools now, where I will make some money.
Yeah.
I'm preparing myself for the future of my retirement year in Liberia. You know, yeah. And this particular course that I'm going for, how many persons in Liberia can do it? But it's very intentional. It's the aviation era. I want to be an aviation mechanic, maintenance person, to work on a plane, to work and repair planes and stuff. And that's just 2 years stuff. I'm going for it.
Wow.
You understand? Because I see that Liberia will boom. When Liberia is booming, before the white man can take all the position, or the foreign guys come and take all the position, we that will come with our credential, the people in Liberia will recognize us. They will say, but this guy is a Liberian. He has this credential. Why he can be the director and of maintenance for RIA?
Yeah.
You know,
fairness.
like that. If I don't want to work in a maintenance era, I go right back to any other ministry and work in the internal audit era, or I go do my accounting or stuff that I learned. So you have to prepare. But George Weah did not prepare, and the crowd, the masses, the generation that were destroyed for the war, never calculate because they are not the way you and myself came up. You know, they came out in the war time. So I can't blame them, but I want them to understand that there is no success without education. No pure success without education. Anything that education is not backing, that thing won't last. I tell you today, if Ellen were not educated, Ellen's political career was going to die. But because she was educated, she loved it. She spoke to people on a one-on-one and convinced them. And those people were sold her platform to the international war that was brought her on board. And came on board the very first 6 years, she did well, but the second 6 years, she blundered. She blundered. You understand? Today, I know sometimes you can sit down and regret it. You know, now, we are now who God, I can say God, not even God, but the devil used those idols who calling themselves we are the masses to voting in. Not just where you are in. For God in heaven sake, that Gibraltar, where you and myself, we all grew up on play football, on poultry, on Bowman's field, in Bowman's and other things. Yeah. Why you can't see where you come from? To change things around, to change any good thing around, it's the mind. It's the mind. You should get a mind to punish your own relative, your own brother who will commit. Punish him. You don't have to kill him, but honor the law. You can punish that young man if he's corrupt, so that other people will see that example and they will know that you are serious. If the man can deal with his own brother, he can deal with any other person. You know, but any country without justice system, that country bound to fall. I'm telling you. Because if there's no justice system here, no investor will come in.
Yeah.
How can I pursue the law if somebody corrupt my money? Who do I go to get my money back? You know, there are many things George Weah need to come down high on. I know him to be a very kind guy. He's not a rude person. He's not troublesome and other things. But the people he are associating himself with, some of them have been a very old rebel. Very old rebel. They got strong man. They are willing to run and go live in any country. George Weah, your international character. I want you to know this today. You are all international character, not only because of the presidency, but from the football level. You got nowhere to hide. You got nowhere to hide. So don't let those guys who behind you, who can hide in Guinea, they can hide in Gambia, they can hide any part of Africa and other things, and we know where to locate them because people don't know them. You follow their bad attitude, then you make the Liberian people to go against you. You are blessed today. God choose you. You need to serve your people right. When it is right, you tell them it's right. If it is wrong, you tell them it's wrong. Morovia is not Liberia. So when they sit on that old road street under the tree and be dancing, muya muya muya, lobiya muya. You are not president for muya people only. You are president for a Unity Party. You are president for muya people. You are president for NDPL. You are president for NPP. You are president for AFP. You are president for ANC. You are president for the entire country by virtue of the vote. I want you to think deeper, my brother. I want you to think deeper. If you can't think deeper, the thing that happens, the same rope that hang monkey, it can hang Bible. And people like you know you personally. I know you can't one day for you. I know from where you came from the slum. I'm a certain from the slum. When you're planning to go through, you go pray for one, you blow your nose, you open your hand all on your chair, your hand, or your chair with you, oh yeah, my man, you have to go and sing your know I know all your questions you're ready. The using language of first person to you. The giant, the language that play for IE and other things. So I don't want you to go down in the green. Please, I'm appealing to you. When somebody is a rogue, bring them to a boat. Please bring them to a boat. If the person will be exempted, the law will tell us and will rest our feet. But you can't be a president of a country and somebody takes $25 million. The country people, it's almost a treason. And so they infuse the money into the economy. You know what you're talking? You know what are you talking? You are making some of us know you personally to hate you. If I would say you don't have interest in me, if I say my family, if I talk with other people who don't know you and other things, you don't play with these people money. You don't play with these people wealth. God has already blessed you. Do not let those guys who are being masquerading around here with a dubious intention to come and take your good character that the world knows. The world knows you for a police president. The world knows you to be the football player that the world knows you to be, because many years you did it before even the presidency came about.
Yeah.
So I want to please listen to the Liberian people. Please listen to the Liberian people, Mr. President. Please, I am begging you. I know your whole family. I am begging you. Let justice be done. Bring that money. My picture is on. I'll call my. Yeah. Bring the person who misappropriated or embezzle, or how you call it. Let's say misappropriation, because that money, there is no way you can convince the man who went to school that money was infused into the economy. It was infused into the economy. Then we should get liberty on the market. Then we should get enough liberty on the market.
All right, listen.
All those things you're doing, even if the man is your countryman, no countryman business in that one.
No.
Nothing like countryman business. Bring Samuel 12 and his collaborator or his entire financial team. Let them answer questions through the state security. From there, if they will be charged, if they will not be charged, let us know. If they will be charged, let it go to court. And a court of competent jurisdiction. You understand? Yeah. And if they go there and the judge go through the matter, and so those guys are not done nothing, we rest our peace.
Okay.
That's all we need from you. We came from hell. We don't want to go back to hell. Please, Jordan. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay, bro.
I am Christian, cousin. And Josh, I love you. That is why I be very honest to tell you that.
Okay, I think we're losing Alison there. Don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, Alison, let's conclude.
Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you, Max. Thank you for the time.
Okay, we appreciate it. I think this is it. The brother Alison spoke very, very eloquently, and I think this is what we need, and this is why we're here. Provide a platform that we can exchange ideas as well. This face of somebody and tell them the truth. Do not pretend. If everything is not okay, don't say it's okay. Especially for the people that are at least at the end or at the top end. The 1%, I always referring to them as the 1%. You got to think about the Liberian people. I mean, we're talking about the rest of the Liberian people, including those in those villages. Those children that are being brought up in those villages and towns. Let us talk about 100% Liberia, 100% Liberia. This 1% thing that, the 1% are the one that enjoying, and 99% are suffering. It is not good. It is not good. Many, I mean, I don't know how to put it, but my brother he just spit it out. In addition to many of you that spoke here this afternoon. But Mr. President, these are your people. We are your people. We want you to listen to us. Where we are in the Western world, most of the policies that you see government taking, it comes from where at the bottom there. Because our representatives, our congressional representatives, they come down to us, they will go to their constituency, we write them, we email them about issues. And they will take those issues to the capital. On many occasions, I have written my MP here, member of parliament. And those issues will be taken on by him. And sometimes, even in the house, during the debate or period or so, some of them can even pinpoint and call the constituent's name. My constituent wrote me and said that. My constituent met me and said this. Madam Prime Minister, blah, 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 blah. It goes on. The nation got to be built by the people. You alone can't. You can't. My brother is saying, by virtue of you surrounding yourself with people, friends and relatives and things, that's how to run government. No, you can't run government on the basis of friendship or family relationship. No. If the individual isn't good for that place, do not give them the job. You are messing the country up. I mean, I'll keep calling. It was just in 6 months of your time, Mr. President, when I suggested that it wasn't too early to actually do a reshuffle. Because you have so many people that are misplaced. You're giving them the wrong responsibility. They don't know what they're doing there. That is why things are going like this. Even some of them perhaps that say, yes, they have credentials in areas that they told us that they do, based on where they have worked before, we have respect for them. For example, the Minister of Finance. Who would have thought that mess like this would be happening with that man credentials?
very, very credible credentials, even giving his historical, let's say, employment. But he worked with banking institutions that are reputable in the world. To have such a man like that as a finance minister for your country, supposed to be a boost to us. We saw it in the case of Madam Akiweli. Similar position you had. When she was made finance minister of Nigeria, she transformed the system. This is a woman when she's standing and she's speaking numbers. She's speaking about policies. She's speaking about how to respect those policies and how to implement them. Every day our own, you're just sitting there. When we ask questions, you don't want to give us the answer. When we think now and say, maybe we think this is why this is not happening, and you come out to say, no, it is not. Mr. President, it is not late. It is not even too early. 14 months into the office. You want us to succeed as a nation. First of all, do not run this country on the basis of friendship, family relationship. You will destroy this nation. If you say that because John Brown or whosoever is so close to you that you can't let them go, you know why? They will continue to do the wrong thing and you will continue to back them. But now, if the finance minister, this finance minister of the Republic of Liberia, but now if this man was a finance minister of any other country, for that matter, he's gone out of there. He's gone out of there. Why should we continue to celebrate people that are causing us havoc? Why, Mr. President? Why? Mr. Nathaniel Petrie. These people should be questioned. They should be questioned. And they must be questioned. We know that definitely if it was in a civilized world, let me put it that way. Yes, civilized world. These guys would have been somewhere a long time. You want to tell me you don't have, we don't have nobody who is qualified in Liberia, the whole of Liberia, whether it is that abroad or the individual is or back home in the country, that we don't have somebody who is financially capable to run the Ministry of Finance? That only Mr. Samuel Tue? I'm asking, Mr. President, you want to tell us that only Mr. Samuel Tue is the most or first qualified financial expert in Liberia? Then let's give the ministry to an external agency to come and run it for us then. Yeah, to come and put things in place. Let's buy somebody. Let's buy a financial expert to come and be finance minister for us. Maybe that's how you want it. I don't mind. If we can have somebody that will generate funds for us, if we can have somebody in the position that will direct our money where it's supposed to go, that will protect our budget, that will protect everything about finance of Liberia, I don't mind. If we can go and buy them from China, I don't mind. It's almost like you are proving to us, you are telling us that indeed we do not have any other person in the whole of the Republic of Liberia, the 4.5 million people, that we don't have anybody who is equally perhaps qualified to be a finance minister of Liberia. I think it's wrong. I don't think so. And I agree. I think we have. You just have to search. I think we have. You can't run a government, even an organization, you don't run it on the basis of friendship. No.
You don't. Even when we're running NGOs and things, and you want to register with the government here also, do you know why? They want to know the relationship with all those on the management board, with you, the chief executive, the founder also. They want to know, because they don't want tomorrow for this organization to be run by family only. No. For fear of things like this. When mess is created, then somebody is supposed to be protected. No. We're not big mess. 0.4, we are now at the bottom. Our economy is falling. And somebody is telling us that they are qualified to be finance minister for the next 5 years. Must be joking, Mr. President. I want to say thanks to all of you this afternoon on the platform. It's great that you were here as well. This is how we're going to come to the end of this show for today. The first segment of this program, the Profile Liberia, exclusive and of course a special edition. We'll be here every Saturday now, in the name of God, to bring you the program as well. But from my end, I want to say thank you very, very much. Very, very much for tuning in, for watching, for your contribution as well. I appreciate you very, very much. Please join us. Please join in. I want to say join us. I hate that terminology. Please join in for the Max Kpakio Educational Foundation. Go on my page. We're looking for $5, $10. Please make your contribution to the GoFundMe. Get my brother on the platform. Tommy, please go and make your contribution. The organization and the textbook will be launched in May. We're going to launch it in Liberia. We need your support, please. Exclusively for children with disability and albinos in Liberia. We want to put them on scholarship. So on this note, I want to say thank you. May God bless you. May God bless our continent, Africa, and above all else, may God bless Mama Liberia. From my end, I want to say for now and on this show, thank you. Bye bye for now, and pleasant weekend to you.